What's up, everybody? It's the Spoilerkings here. I'm Brian the Grizzly with Tank Kramer and Brandman Brandon. I just figured I was going to jump in anyway because I didn't know what was happening. So I just, whatever, So I was kind of coming up with some topics for the show. So all of this is weird because, I'm a weird person. So I like I like comic books, so I put 2 comic books on there. I want to kind of talk to you guys about, and I want to talk about the Spiderman stuff and Deadpool rumors and everything else that we got from Marvel. So I can't help, all the weirdness. I love it. So I apologize early.
Yeah,
you're fine. You're in good company here.
Yeah. I didn't even see that. I didn't even get a chance to see the thumbnail. Was the Ultimate Black Panther? Because today it came out.
No,
or not.
It comes out next week.
No,
it comes out Wednesday. Yeah, it comes out Wednesday.
Damn. I thought it came out today.
But today or yesterday, Kid Cudi's comic book came out. Moon Man, very cool one. I kind of want to go through a synopsis about that and everything, but we can do that a little later. But yeah, popping the popcorn. What's up?
What's going on?
Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you too.
We got Drew here. What's up, man?
Hey.
Glad you guys. And of course, we can't do a show without having Mama Bear here. So what's up? We got all the people. We got Cal L here. Spoiler crew. What up?
What's going on?
What's going on?
And I think we are like 8 subscribers away from hitting 1,300.
Yes, we
are.
Awesome.
So yeah, make sure you guys like share, like if you can, and just spread the word out a little bit more. Try to hit 1,300. Like
so cool.
By the end of this week, hopefully, we'll see.
Which would be amazing.
What's going on? Have a blessed week to you all. Stay blessed. Most definitely. I'm all
Thank
for
you,
it.
Kevin.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate that.
Hey, you know what comes out this week, right? What comes tomorrow?
Am I drawing a blank?
Yeah. I don't know.
Has Henry Cavill in it?
Wait, don't tell me. I know.
Bryce Dallas Howard?
Argyle?
Argyle comes out tomorrow.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh shit, it does.
Argyle comes out tomorrow.
I completely forgot I'm going to the movies tomorrow to go see it. Thank you for reminding me, man.
Hang on.
Mama Bear said, reposting an old video on my community tab. You guys will enjoy. I'm going to check it out as soon as we can. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, B.
Yeah, do what you got to do. These have some technical. Yeah, shit. Yeah, I am going tomorrow at 7 to go see Argyle. Also, we got to watch that new. Tink was just talking about Brian liking Kid Cudi. No, Brandon.
So Brandon loves Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
He is. And I was surprised. I was like, dude, you're not the one that's telling me about it. So no, we got to do it. We have to.
Well, you're the comic book guy, and he's the big Kid Cudi fan out of the 3 of us. So
it's funny. So he got the music, and I got the comic book.
I'm pretty sure, like you said, that tomorrow he's gonna go right to the comic book store. Like,
that's exactly what he said. He said, "I'm going to Graham Cracker in the morning."
Yep. Yeah, and then also there's a bunch of trailers. And speaking of Henry Cavill's got a new trailer out that I want to watch.
That's one of my on the thumbnail. I already got that out there. Too. That's
Yeah.
on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I really wanted to. I saw it. I was like, man, this looks kind of cool. You know?
Awesome. I haven't seen the trailer. I just seen parts and clips and people talking about it. Good. But yeah.
And then you got some people that you see who else is in it, right?
Alan Richardson.
Alan Richardson. Yeah.
Yeah, Reacher himself.
Both of them here?
Yeah,
right?
There's somebody else I think in there too. I can't think of. But yeah, that's gonna be going.
Brandon needed to check out right now.
What's that?
He said, I'm leaving. He said, Mama Bear said, you just left right now to go check out the comic book. He's like, oh, what? Kid Cudi got it? I'll be right back.
Yeah. I am ashamed of myself for not picking that up. Much as I've made it known that I'm a huge Kid Cudi fan. So yeah, that'll be first order of business after work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, since we're talking about that, let me kind of run through this a little bit. So I am just going through it right now. I'm halfway through. Step into place on my Bigfoot.
What's up, Tony?
What's going on, Tony?
All right, so here's the cover for Moon Man. It's what's variant cover. Pretty cool.
I like that.
The other one has actually him, an astronaut in the whole space suit on there. This is what the synopsis is. Superstar musician Scott Kid Cudi Mescudi makes a comic book debut along Eisner Award-nominated co-writer Kyle Higgins and a breakout artist Marco Lucati in this extra-length first issue of the biggest book of 2024. Ramon is ready for a quiet life. Whatever went wrong on that failed moon mission, whatever happened in the missing minutes of the cameras that the cameras didn't catch, all he really wants is to settle down back home. But those missing minutes hold on earth-shattering secret. And with all eyes tuned in on him, Ramon will soon find himself becoming something the world has never seen before. So I've actually gone through parts of it. Seeing him come back from the home moon landing, him finding out that he kind of like, guided it back down. They didn't know how he did it. And then they held on to him for 4 weeks because they didn't know what was happening. Very Fantastic Four-ish.
Yeah, I was going to say some superpower kind of thing.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. And you see him starting to have certain reaction to things. So I'm not going to tell you about the whole comic book, but I'm just saying, I'm already interested, and I'm only like 6 pages in. So if you get a chance,
is it a little bit bigger than a normal comic book, or is it just about the same?
It's about it's an Image comic book, so it's about 25 pages, probably 26 pages.
Okay, yeah, about normal-ish.
Yeah, so
yes,
that sounds good.
But at the bit back, they have character sketches. How they sketch each character, so that was pretty cool.
Is he a big space fan?
It seems like it because of everything he does.
I mean, the last big stuff, at least like that's not music. I don't know how the last album was, but he was in Crater. I mean, his last one, I know Intergalactic isn't based in space, but just the name.
It's still the name.
Yeah, and even like the animatics in that movie have dare I say, like this kind of otherworldly cosmic vibe to them.
Yeah.
Which is like one of my favorite things about that movie.
Yeah. I still gotta check that one out.
He's a cool nerd, man. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I went to the comic book store and my comic book guy, Johnny, he was like, "Man, I didn't know what this was." And some guy named Scott Mescudi. I was like, "Oh, Kid Cudi?" And he was like, "Oh, you know him too?" I was like, "Yeah." So he only ordered like 5. Ooh, look nice. I like it. Only my wife. So.
Oh, I thought you were getting the magic hands.
No magic hand. But no, he only ordered like 5 copies. He said it was sold out before he could put it on the shelf. So I had to go to a couple other comic book stores, and they ordered like 25, and they were already sold out.
Wow.
Huh.
So the pre-order, you have to pre-order your comic books, guys. This is a announcement for everyone who does like these type of things. You must pre-order. Pre-orders are the reason why Black Panther only had 10 issues. Pre-orders is the reason why you have these Marvel Voices Legends #1. Like you can't find them anywhere because if you don't pre-order, they don't know how many to order. So this is my announcement. Please do your pre-orders if you want to have any of these things. So
yeah, also like pre-order in the comic book world is a pull list.
Exactly.
So if you ask for it on your pull list, they'll make sure like, oh, we have this many people we guarantee that want it. Plus,
we'll add
some for the
5.
shelf. Yeah. So hopefully, Brandon, you might have to put it on the pull list. Usually, if you go to Graham Cracker is pretty good with ordering it and then finding it for you and getting it for you. But if you put it on your pull list, then you don't have to worry about it selling out, because you get it, for day one.
Well, apparently Ultimate Spider-Man sold out. They had people on the pull list. They ordered their stuff and they got shorted. So some people didn't get all their things because they didn't know how many there. That's why they have a second and third printing of Ultimate Spider-Man #1 already.
Wow. I'm really pissed off with myself because I got the first Ultimate Spider-Man. I got the death of Ultimate Spider-Man. I have the Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man that continued that. I have the first printing of the first ones, and I'm so upset at myself that I didn't get the first print of this new one. So yeah. But I'm definitely gonna get it though, because I do enjoy Ultimate Spider-Man. You know, really I didn't enjoy all of the Ultimate Universe. I enjoyed some of it, you know, but Spider-Man was the best for sure. And I'm really interested in the Black Panther stuff. I thought it came out this week, but I'm glad it came out.
It comes out next week. Yeah.
I like Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate X-Men. You know, the original runs. Those were my two.
Yeah. I remember the X-Men.
Oh, I liked Ultimate X-Men, especially probably like early on. Like I really liked Ultimate X-Men. Remember Ultimate Fantastic Four kind of had some potential. It just kind of felt short-lived. They didn't go as far as they could have with it. And then we had that
look good at the beginning, but they just don't know where to go. I think writers run into a problem. When you don't have a certain path, and if you're not really creative and you don't understand the scope of what the character really is, you have issues. And I think that happens a couple of times, especially in the Ultimate Fantastic Four. I feel like they didn't understand the family, and they were just doing crap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just randomly doing stuff. So I don't know if I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who did Ultimate Spider-Man back then. Was that Michael Bendis?
Bendis.
Yeah. I mean, he's amazing, and then it just shows like why that comic book run was amazing. Like it had a plan. It got to about 100 episodes or issues. They killed him off, introduced a new one, and it was just, you know. And then the whole thing with Donald Glover, you know, with you know the inspiration to the new character, but the new character was like a inspiration. It was like a cool like roundabout between those two.
I think that's what you have to do though. When you're creating something, you need to have your storyboard out, right? And then you don't have to. You have to realize you can't go too slow, because you have to continue to have your sales. So that means you need to continue to push the narrative. And I think sometimes people forget to push the narrative, and then you lose the story.
Yeah,
you get lost in the sauce. Is that how they go? Yeah.
I wonder if I want to know what Chillmonger thinks about the Ultimate Universe, because it's like the Ultimate Black Panther. Because I know it's not the 616, the main Black Panther. You know,
he has mixed feelings. I don't know. We talked about it, but he is still going to go cover the Ultimate Black Panther regardless.
Because I feel like it could start over the issues of that. What's going on with the main Black Panther, like where like here's brand new, fresh take. You know, starting from the start. And I feel like it's a good jumping on point for a lot of people. And then you get to love the character, even though it's a little different, but hopefully that can push it to the main universe, you know, hopefully, you know, because look what Ultimate Spider-Man did. Ultimate Spider-Man was so good that Miles is main universe now, you know, so, you know,
I think what he will say, or what he did say is, he thinks Black Panther should have multiple volumes. You know, Superman. If you're looking up Superman, you have the Adventures of Superman, right? You know, you have just regular Superman. You have Superman, Man of Steel. You have Superman in Action Comics. You have so many different times. They all happen at the same time, and and he didn't like the fact that, you know, Black Panther only usually has one run, unless, you know, it was Coates doing it, because Coates was the only one who pushed multiple things at the same time, and he had, you know, a lot of people behind him. So, but besides that, you didn't get it as much. So I think that he would like to see Black Panther have multiple runs at the same time, and then still get the sales. But problem is you have to do pre-orders, and you also have to push the narrative. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
We got Drew in here. Good news, everybody. Celebrated my birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Drew, man. That's
birthday,
so
man.
very cool. Even Mama Bear says, happy belated birthday, Drew. All right, we got Anzo in here, Bigger for Entertainment. What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, no, man. It's been cool. Very, very cool. Man, we've been doing a lot of stuff. But with Anzo here, I'm saying, you guys, I am doing our for Black History Month right now. We're gonna do our Black Excellence. I'm going to probably be doing me and Tank and Brandman. I'm going to be doing one every Monday and Thursday. A video should drop.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday
and
and
Thursday.
Thursday.
We'll make sure we have a video to drop. So yeah, we had one just dropped today. Me and my father, because that's what we do, and we just talk about stuff all the time. So I basically just recorded a conversation that we have all the time.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun to. I edited it last night, and because you guys recorded it yesterday, and it was a fun listen. You know, I went up actually watching it once it got released, so I can get the view. But during the edit, it was good. You know, like your dad is so. I know he's not like a movie fiend, kind of like how we are, but I know he appreciates things that have a good story, especially that have like something that has to do with like Black culture and stuff like that. Was very important to him. And he's
huge
just so,
with culture and understand. He's very against the whole idea of slave culture, so he's very pushes culture. That culture has been around forever. So everyone has, if you're Italian, you could trace it back to Italy. You could trace back to further in the past. Same thing if you're English. If you're German, you could go way in the past. You don't have to just worry about one thing. He feels like you lost that sometimes with the whole slave trade, and he thinks it's important to show stories that yes, you existed before then, that you have culture that goes way back. So that's just that's something he always talks about. So
yeah, that's a good one, because you guys right off the bat, the thing isn't a movie review. You guys aren't really talking about like whether like all the things about what makes a movie good or bad and stuff like that. But you guys are talking about like the importance of the movie, and especially it's a new movie. So I mean, time will tell if it kind of sticks around, and becomes like a classic kind of thing. But yeah, it was a good conversation. I really like that. I always enjoy you when you dad talk.
He's rubbed off of me a lot. Oh, Travis said, "Happy birthday, Drew!"
Hey, happy birthday, Drew.
The mayor's in the building because we got Anzo. Cleves, what's up, fellow? Hey, what's up, Cleves, man? You guys are awesome. Love having you guys here. Said Brandon and Brian looking like the smoke game from GTA.
You didn't go there just now.
Oh man, that's
funny.
That's great.
And Mama Bear says, I like Brian's dad already. Hey, my dad is a very cool, educated guy, down to earth type of person. So, it's great to have a conversation, but we have so many conversations. It's sometimes we're talking, but we're talking that it's almost like talking to the same person. Because I already know what he's going to say before he's going to say it.
Well, yeah. Definitely check it out then. It's a good, it's like a 20-ish minutes.
Yeah. What's up, Tony? Yeah.
So I was looking for a good like soundbite for like a birthday thing, but I can't really find one. I got this one. I don't know if this counts.
We're not like you. We're grown-ups, motherfucker.
There you go. You're grown up.
Okay. I like it.
Oh, here you go.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
There you go.
Hey, that's about to be us, man. What you talking about?
I know, exactly.
It's about to be all three of us.
That should be the clip when people come in here is like, oh, why are you talking about like comics and kid shit? Like, shut up.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Oh, this is what we do.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
But
let's see. I did want to say something else because talking about the Spider-Man rumors. I don't know. Did you guys hear about what they said about Spider-Man 4? I was kind of talking to Brandman before the show started.
I haven't heard anything too recent.
Apparently, Sony is lobbying really hard to bring back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, to name a few.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially even trying to work Venom back in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. They actually wanted to bring all the villains from Sony into the 616 universe. They want them all to be available for Secret Wars. So, and the way they're going to do it, so Spider-Man 4, they wanted to introduce Venom. Well, the symbiote that was left in the 616. They want what's his name? The hunter
Craven.
They want Craven to kill Spider-Man.
Ooh.
They want him to kill.
I got rid of that comic book.
But you know where it's going to go. And the symbiote is going to follow Peter Parker into the grave, and he's going to burst through, come back through with the black Spider-Man suit.
I like it.
What? That is awesome. I thought that that's a very cool way to introduce it. But then you're bringing in Craven, which Feige has wanted to have fake Craven for like the last 2 movies. He's trying to bring Craven in. They don't know if it's going to be the same Sony Craven, but they're going to be doing that anyway.
They needed to just completely scrap the Sony Craven. They can't get rid of it.
You can't do it before the movie comes out.
Tax write off. Do the Warner Brothers shit.
Do the Batgirl thing.
Yeah. Do the Warner Brothers thing, and just go the route of the video game. You know, make him a badass, make him huge, make him broody, make him just awesome, man. And don't do this like blood of the fucking lion type of shit. It looks like what it's gonna be.
Well, no, so apparently they're going to try to make him look bigger.
They got to.
So they're going to make him look like he's 6'6", you know. He's 6'2", but they're gonna try to make him look even bigger,
he needs to be a big boy. He needs to be Alan Richardson.
That's like a huge dude.
He can't play every character.
I need somebody built like him that just knows how to do like accents and maybe get stuff like that. But that's just like whenever you need a big dude, that's the guy you think about now. The dude's just like, he's tall, he's super beefy.
You know, it's funny though. He's smaller than The Rock.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
A lot smaller.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not that big. Yeah. Tony said, "Well, I'm 32, still have a few years." Hey, it came down fast, man. You go from 32 to 38 real fast.
You're 30. It's flying by.
Yay, more Venom. Any character that likes chocolate that much is my kind of character. That's so hilarious. I got some chocolate right here. You know?
Here, this is the Craven I think of. That the dude is just like
But you can
just like
make him that. You know, make him look that way. Just make everyone else smaller. Tom
dude
Holland
has an
is
entire skull of I don't know whatever animal that is that's his shoulder guard. It's just a skull, and then he got a tiny one for the crotch. It was it's just like like this guy's intimidating. This guy I feel can hunt down Spider-Man and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kick-Ass not so much. I don't know about it.
Yeah, great actor, but like such a weird choice to play.
No, but he looks bigger. He looks bigger. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely looks. The dude got shredded. Like he
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the whole like him as Craven, I don't know. I gotta see another trailer or see the movie itself.
Yeah.
Travis here. I think Toby and Andrew should be saved for animation if they're used again. I like that.
I wouldn't want to see them as Spider-Man in Spider-Man 4. You know, I think they serve
100%.
They serve their purpose. You know, the trilogy was like, you know, they were instrumental to the origin for this now classic street level Spider-Man we have. I think bringing them back and trying to make it like a really big movie would render the last movie a moot point.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you do all that to make him, you know, poor, you know, listening to police scanners and all that stuff? You had all that happening in the movie. You almost it'll be like just cheap to do that. And Sony just wants to go with this. Oh, we'll push our characters again, and that's not necessarily what you want to do. You know, you the street level thing makes more sense, and I'll get to Secret Wars after this whole point. But it makes a lot more sense, especially with the way they did it, the way they set it with Doctor Strange. They've done so many great things, and you can't just undo it. Only thing you could do is go through an entire movie and then bring Andrew back or Toby back, or both of them back as an end credit to push the next movie, which will be the next one in that line will be Secret Wars, which will make a lot more sense.
But Sony is trying to push it, not Marvel, right?
Yeah. So but Sony, they have to agree.
Yeah, and Sony and Marvel will never agree with it. They will never agree with it because
it'll undo the entire damn movie.
Well, not only that, it'll be competing. You have two Spider-Man competing, two different studios, and Marvel will be like, no. Like, we do Spider-Man. You get the money from it, but you can't do Spider-Man. Like we do Spider-Man. So it would be nice,
craving the hunger. And then Kitty said, every time I come in, Lizzo's playing another superhero. Oh, that was funny. I'm sorry. I had to say that.
That's
Sony. Tony said the Sony verse can be an alley-ooped into the garbage can. Especially with all their villains. But I do like the idea of Kraven being in Spider-Man 4. You could have a street-level movie, Kraven hear about it, come over there, kill Spider-Man and the symbiote. I think that's awesome.
That'd be great. Awesome. That'd be super great.
Yeah.
Dude from Creed 2.
You guys keep on. I'm gonna get something out of the refrigerator real quick.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
I'll bring it down. Right.
Dude from Creed 2 could be Kraven too. I agree.
Who's that? Oh,
Ivan
Drago's son, right?
Yeah.
I can see that. He's a big dude.
He's really big. I think he can actually wear the suit and make it.
Yeah.
And then
that's
Travis said, I was literally just thinking of him.
Yeah. That's a good call.
Is it Drago's son was in 10 Rings? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, he was that stupid laser arm dude.
Yeah, let's not even let's forget that, guys. Let's forget that. Kraven's belt buckle is a bit suggestive. Just a little. Well, the fact that his shoulder is so big and the little belt buckle is so small. Just saying. Drew said, thank you guys so much.
Happy birthday, Drew.
I'm in the minority who dislikes No Way Home and felt them coming in. It came at the price of the story setup, far from home, and vice versa. Okay.
You're not alone. There's a decent amount of people that now the movie's out for a while now that they don't like it. They're like, this is bad, and they just kind of go down the list of all the stuff that made the movie not good. So
I can't agree with you. I think it was great, and I think it's set up. I think Doctor Strange should have came out first. Okay. If Doctor Strange came out first, and then we get Spider-Man, right? And you understand that the two spells come together. They're all part of the whole point. And then we do bring in the Beyonder, right? The Beyonder will know everyone who is a superhero, except no one knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was part of the spell, right? All right. So the one superhero let's say the Beyonder is able to start snatching up everybody else. The one superhero that won't be snatched up is Spider-Man. And if they keep Spider-Man grounded with all the street level heroes, and all that, with Daredevil and all those people, then he has his own group as everyone else has been taken off the board by the Beyonder. He has his own group that can kind of go against it, and he's the one person they can't see coming.
Yeah.
And then he goes and gets, Toby, Andrew, and now they those three going against the Beyonder, and they're the key to all of Secret Wars.
Yeah,
it makes more sense that way, and then you don't lose what you got from the last movie by not trying to ruin it by putting it in Spider-Man 4. You just bring it into Secret Wars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then he has the black suit because at the end of the movie, he gets killed by Kraven. The symbiote gets to him. He has the black suit. You can tell the difference between Tom Holland's Spider-Man and the other two. I think that works perfectly.
Yeah. That'd be a good way to introduce Miles too. From a different. Here's a bunch of different Spider-Man from a bunch of different universes. So yeah, that'd be
which is what I think Sony wants to do, but they don't want to wait. If you do it the right way, they want to get it right now. No, you have to build it up the correct way.
Yeah, you gotta build it.
Yeah,
you gotta build it.
You get a live action Spider-Verse with that going in. Eventually, after Secret Wars, you have your chance to do it because they're probably going to go through a soft reboot. So now Sony can continue with their Spider-Man. Only makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, it's two different Batman. Okay,
but they're owned by the same company.
Exactly.
Warner Brothers owns Batman, Batman Beyond. Any kind of version of Batman is owned by the same company. Like, so Warner Brothers, if they want to do, Pattinson Batman and the new James Gunn Batman, that's fine because it's all under the same money, money umbrella.
You're not competing against them.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Now you got Disney and Marvel under Disney and all that. Now you got Sony. And now if you're trying to make two Spider-Man movies that come at the same time, even if they're connected in some way, it's still like money taken away from one or the other,
especially if they're both live action.
And obviously Sony would definitely reap the benefits because they're like, oh hey, Marvel, because they flashed the Marvel, the other Marvel, not the Marvel Studios logo, but the Marvel logo. Here's Spider-Man. Like, oh, you remember him? You saw him in the other one with Tom Holland. So they have everything to gain, and Marvel has a lot to lose because they're like, no, we're the only Spider-Man in town. But with Miles, they might be able to get away with Miles because okay, we won't do a Peter Parker, we'll do a Miles.
Well, Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to be huge. So I think 100%. If they do that, that can be their jumping off point to get where they want to get to.
Yeah.
So just chill. Yeah. Travis says, in all fairness, I hardly consider Snaxo fully a superhero. I agree. Yeah. He was in Shang-Chi. We said that.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Hey, Drew. Yeah, you got some good movies and Lego set for your birthday. Dude, happy birthday. Nice. I wish I had something. I really wish I had something to say. Everything wasn't packed away.
Let me know what Lego sets you got, man.
I did get this thing.
Oh, did you get the Watchmen one?
See, I can't see it.
There you go. With the underwear.
Yes, with the underwear. Instead, I don't need to be naked. It's
find the naked one. I bet you that's worth like $1 bajillion. Yeah, let me know what Lego sets you got. Because I got like 4 upstairs I need to build, and it just
never you.
I have the Optimus Prime. Yeah, it's just I need to build it. I just need to build it.
I'm disappointed.
I just have no time or space. The kitchen
That's true.
always got shit on it now with the baby stuff.
We got Kenny. What's up? Do you think the lion in Craven is radioactive?
No, I don't think it's like radioactive. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be like
it can't just be a regular lion. It has to be
no. It's gonna be like some spirit of the forest or spirit of the jungle, some like reincarnated god or something stupid like that. That like, oh, I'm gonna give you a little bit of my power to help protect the jungle, kind of thing. That's what I think it might be.
It's gonna be a god, maybe
a god or just like a spirit or something. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be radioactive because that would just be so fucking stupid. That would be so effing stupid. You can get away with like it's a spirit of the jungle or something like that.
Something like that, right?
You can make him like Michael Bay's Turtles, and say, yeah, the ooze got on this lion and then he bit Craven, and then now Craven became this.
And then you find out Craven secretly raised the lion. He thought it was a cat. Fucking stupid ass Michael Bay Turtles.
Friggin' Bay Turtles.
So funny. Some people will want to hate for the sake of hate.
Oh,
yeah. You're 100% right.
For the record, I did overhear the fan casting for Craven the Dude from Creed 2 would be amazing as Craven. Russian accent.
I love that. Exactly. Yeah. Just make it. Just let him be him. Hey, go ahead. Do it.
Go. Here's for Jack. Go.
Shang-Chi's and the Legend of the Tunyon rings. Oh my gosh.
I'll say of the onion ring.
The movies I got for my birthday were Reservoir Dogs. This is awesome. Zodiac, Taxi Driver, another awesome. Silver Linings Playbook. Wow. Tropic Thunder. How'd you find Tropic Thunder? They don't even sell that anymore.
That's hard to find.
Carlito's Way and the Fast and Furious Ultimate Ride Collection. 1 through 6.
Damn.
Someone likes you, Drew. That's what it is.
Those are good ones, man.
Even Brandon says, yeah, those are great choices, man. We agree 100%. So, Kenny Sparks in Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, they mentioned Oscorp is under criticism for animal experimentation. And there's a saber-tooth tiger skull on Harry's office. That could be the Oscorp lion.
And they were going to make Oscorp like the center of everything in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, which
yeah, they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up, Cookie? I was literally just looking at your page before we jumped on here today. What's up, man? I'm so happy to see you here.
Yeah, glad you're here.
Travis, it's possible, but I'm not sure that they're connected. I'm not even sure if Sony knows what they're connected.
Yeah.
Sony's just throwing things out there and see what sticks to the wall. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, they got lucky with the animated, Miles movie. They got super lucky with that, and I hope they just let them do their own thing when finish the trilogy, but I'm curious to see what happens after that.
I'm gonna jump around a little bit. June was your birthday. It was yesterday, so we know that. There's a Funko Manhattan, I got Manhattan and Rorschach. I need to get the other two, but I got the two that I really cared about. I got those two. That's why. I'm actually working on an Imperial TIE Fighter Lego set right now. Do you guys put it together first, or do you glue them?
No, I don't glue them.
You don't like Lego Movie? No,
no, you do not glue them, because I have the 2 Infinity Gauntlets, and I already have those built, and then I have the Optimus Prime. But once I'm done with the Optimus Prime, they sell light kits for it. So you take apart certain Legos, and they give you replacements. So for like Optimus Prime, the headlights work, other little things turn on and light up. With the Infinity Gauntlets, obviously the gems light up. It has lights that shoot out under, and they make it so in a way all you have to do is remove certain ones, and then put the lights in, run them through, and then you're good. So if you like super glued them, then you couldn't ever do that. Yeah, I mean, I get why people would super glue it, but
I know a lot of people that do. I have a friend who does. He's a huge Halo fan, and when he does Master Chief and all that stuff, so he builds all that stuff, or all the ships and everything. He super glues them because he builds them first. He gets all the attachments right. He builds the way he wants to see it, and he super glues it. I was like, man, you really the villain from Lego Movie, huh?
Yeah.
So, the Optimus Prime is such a great build.
I know. I just want like a good weekend to do it.
You'll feel guilty. Trust me, you'll feel guilty. That's what happens all the time.
With what?
You'll feel good. You're like, oh, I should be spending time with Lucas right now.
Well, it would probably be when he's sleeping. Like, let me put it that way. Put him to sleep and then pull out my Lego and make him.
So I love Legos. Call them a 3D puzzle. That's exactly what they are.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
So, Craven's going to get bit. Then son of a man, Phil Collins will kick on as Craven through the jungle and shoves the spirit up a dude's butt. There was one movie for my birthday I forgot to mention. Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Awesome.
I really enjoyed that movie.
I really, really liked it. I'm kind of I would like for them to make a sequel. Readapt the second graphic novel or storyline that they did.
Yeah. I didn't care for how the turtles looked, but I was okay with it.
I was okay with it.
Yeah, but
it would have been cool if they looked closer to the
original movie,
either the original movie or even the 2003 animated series would have been cool.
Or the 2003 one, yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping for Welcome to the Jungle when it happens.
Oh God, man! If that happens, I'm done.
Wow, hot take. Want you guys to know I almost didn't watch the last episode of Percy because the show sucks. But I did anyway.
Why are you waking up and choosing violence? Why?
Don't choose hate. Why would you choose hate, Brandon? Here's a huge question for you guys. What's a movie sequel that you feel should have ended the franchise?
Oh man,
Terminator 2. That's easy.
That's exactly right. I mean, that's the perfect number.
Yeah, that's a really good one. There was one I was thinking the other day too, and I'm having a brain fart because I was talking to Erica about it. That they should not have made a sequel, but I was okay with it. But the ending was like perfect. Man, I'm having a brain fart. But T2 is
that's the perfect answer.
Yeah.
Ooh, shots fired. Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I don't know if I could live with myself knowing that they're holding hands going into the incinerator. Oh my god!
No, that's not how the movie ends.
But
they end up with Bonnie. I think them ending up with Bonnie and him passing him on to Bonnie was just a perfect ending. Like you didn't need to tell me what Bonnie does.
You didn't like the whole Bo Peep thing in 4.
I didn't hate it. That's why I'm saying I didn't mind it. It was 4 was great. I enjoyed it, and I kind of curious to see what they do in 5.
You know what another one is. Think what you will of the movie as a whole, but if they stopped with Scream after 3, I would have been fine with it, especially with the final shot of Scream 3, with Sydney like looking at the door and leaving it open. Like I thought it was a very uplifting note, and it was like all the closure we needed with Sydney Prescott, with her not living in fear anymore. I liked that. They could have stopped there, and I would have been fine with it.
I'm gonna say Halloween 3.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Halloween. I could say the second Indiana Jones.
Ooh, whoa!
I mean, Crystal Skull should never been made. This new one,
but that Crystal Skull is 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's right.
They second Indiana Jones.
That's right. No,
I
forgot about
Yeah, they could have stopped at Last Crusade, and that would have been enough. You know, I kept an open mind about the 4th movie just because I love the adventure genre. I don't think we get enough adventure movies, and when you think of adventure movies, you think of Indiana Jones. So I was fine with. Originally, I was open to a 4th one, even though it was long overdue, and then after that, I was like, yeah, they could have just stopped at Last Crusade.
Yeah, make it a trilogy and be done.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking about.
They could have made a trilogy.
Fast and Furious 7 should be it. It's just I would say 4, 5 or 5. when Vin Diesel like he's fighting with a car like I don't understand either that. Whatever.
Yeah, they but Fast 5 revitalized the franchise. They wrote that with Fast 6. 7, after Paul died, they could have just stopped there, but they put money before integrity, so they kept going. And now they're still going.
Yeah, except to this day. John Wick 4, no need for 5. All we need is 4. It's perfect. I think that's good.
I mean, it could have ended after 1.
It really could have.
Yeah,
it really could have.
1 and done, and it would have just been amazing.
John Wick? No.
Yeah.
No. John Wick 2 was so good, and then John Wick 3 was great.
Yeah, John Wick 2 started.
Yeah, and that's no knock against the sequels at all. But I would have, Tank, I would have been fine with John Wick 1 just being a one-off. It really kind of told all it
needed. No one saw it. No one saw it. You would have got no one to appreciate the franchise.
No, I think after number 1 came out. Yeah. Because number 2 started the trilogy. Because once you started number 2, 2, 3, and 4 were the trilogy.
All you needed was 1, 2, and 3. Why you have
couldn't
to
start
4?
with 3? Because you're gonna end the franchise with what's his name shooting John and him falling out of a roof. Like you can't end a franchise like that. Like people are pissed off. And then he's at the end, with Lawrence Fishburne and shit like that. It's like you do not end a franchise like that. Like it had to be number 4.
What about Blade 2?
Oh yeah. Blade 2, they could have stopped there. Blade Trilogy was trash, and it actually made me resent Ryan Reynolds for a while.
The Matrix.
I
don't know what you guys talking about this John Wick stuff, but the Matrix should have been a one-off.
No.
The Matrix could have been a one-off. No, it would have been perfect. No, it would have been perfect. It was a perfect movie.
I think the Wachowskis even planned for it to be a one-off. They didn't have sequels in mind. Warner Brothers did. Warner Brothers pushed for that. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I have it wrong.
That should have been the one-off. Not John Wick. John Wick, no one saw, but The Matrix, that was so perfect. When we saw it, it changed the way you watch film.
Yeah. That the first one for me, that would have been enough, and it still holds up so good.
But I love 2 and 3. I mean, love number 4, maybe not, but 2 and 3 I thought was great.
2 and 3 were good, but
2 and 3 were good.
It's like the greatest of all time, and then a good movie, and then it's like it's okay. Like I understood the concept of finishing the thing that they started, but honestly, the animation in 2 wasn't that good. The way they did the movie, they didn't have the technology to do the way they really need to do it. It looked cartoonish almost. And it was incomplete.
Like super rubbery too.
So it just
that was like state of the art back then, though.
But it hurt the movie, just like Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man compared to Spider-Man 2. Like when it looks bad, it hurts the movie overall.
When I think of, my fondest, and I would have been fine with a trilogy, but unfortunately, the biggest villains of Spider-Man 3 were Avi Arad and the rest of the producers. They got greedy and it was studio interference. And they struck gold twice by letting Sam Raimi do his thing. They should have just stepped back and let him do his thing with a third movie, and it probably would have been awesome. If you listen to the commentary for Spider-Man 3, all Sam Raimi really talks about is his original vision for the third movie.
Yeah, I gotta watch that then.
Yeah, he talks about like his original plan with using Vulture and Sandman and stuff like that, because they made him like throw Venom in there, and his plan was never to use Venom.
Which was the worst part of the whole movie. So second worst part, the dance and the emo dance thing, that was just pretty bad too.
Yeah, well, that was the Venom. I mean, that was when he got the black suit and became emo evil.
Yeah, it's too bad. What's another one? But yeah, when I think of going back to the Matrix,
it's a good one. The Ghostbusters 2 is a good one too.
Yeah, but hang on. Going back to the Matrix though, I think my fondest experience with the sequels was seeing them in the theater and like the hype surrounding 2 and 3. That was fun. But yeah, I don't think they have as much rewatch value, but I can watch the first one over and over and over again.
They don't. They're not on the same level. They're not on that level for me, like at all.
No, I agree with that. But I've seen 2 and 3 like a bazillion times.
I saw it 4 or 5 times. And I was like, okay.
No, I've seen it.
I don't. If I see 2 on, I'll keep on going. If I see 3, sometimes I'll stop. But 2, I was like,
if I watch 2, I gotta watch 3 because it's one story. 2 and 3.
Yeah. 3 is kind of like another one of those scenarios where like it's kind of like what was the sequel?
Is it Kill Bill?
It's kind of like the Dark Knight Rises, where I probably only watched it like 3 times total. But the sequel, I could definitely watch that. But yeah, it could have been a one-off. But yeah. Let's go back to the
comment. Been good.
So Kenny said, watching Neo ascend to Superman status was not as interesting as him actually being Superman.
Well, then he went from Superman status to Jesus, so he wasn't.
Which was like
transcended.
So crazy. I was like,
just fine. I mean, I enjoyed that because it became very like biblical in a sense, which obviously like all this like crazy like stuff going on, even the names in the place.
I mean, it seemed like it was an afterthought because I think they could have done better. But I think they would thought about it. They knew where they were going to end up in 3. I think they would have did something different in 2. I think they didn't know exactly because I think that's what happened. 2 ended, and then they while finishing or editing 2, they wrote 3. They didn't write 2 and 3 together. It was a continuation of the story, but I don't believe they wrote it together.
I mean, but you can still have an idea, right, and know where it's going to end, but not
but I don't know if they did.
Full out the details. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the studio demanded sequels. They didn't really have sequels in mind, so probably between a rock and a hard place.
They're trying to come up with something like as we're going around, like, well, we'll do something. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if it would have ended. Well, if it would have ended like the video game ended, where Neo won.
The books and the video game would be better.
No, Neo needed to die.
But he should die.
Die, but in the video game, in the Path of Neo, it's an alternate ending where he fights a giant fucking Agent Smith. That all the different small Agent Smiths build a giant Agent Smith, and he kills them all. But he winds up winning, and like saves the world type of shit. And I was like, nah, he needs to die.
Oh, they're killing these comics. So the second Matrix is good, but I couldn't stay on the third. I think we gotta keep on going. Once you knew Neo couldn't be beat, it wasn't interesting anymore.
No, but he could be beat. But only one person could beat him.
Yeah, but it's not as interesting. That's still. Tony said, "Avatar, fuck them blue people."
God, and James Cameron is filming the fourth one right now.
Yeah, you're getting like 5 more, man.
It's like it's over half a decade off, and I think he wants to make another one after that. Jesus.
Yeah.
Mama Bear said, "Agreed, Tony. No love for dances with space Smurfs." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing Spidey emo scene and not believing when I was seeing it in front of my eyes. Did that just happen?
I remember doing that. I remember doing that, like, kind of perplexed, like that perplexed laugh where you don't really know what's going on and how to react. So all you can do is kind of like,
what the hell? Matrix 3 sucked. That's what Brandon said.
Oh, Brandon.
And then Kenny says, my problem with Matrix 3 is Neo spends most of his time stuck in the train station. These are all,
Does he?
Yeah, he does spend a lot of time.
Because I know they save him.
Yeah, he was there for a long time.
Yeah.
He spends most of his time on a hovercraft in the real world with no eyes.
How about this? Hot take: Die Hard with a Vengeance is the best Die Hard.
I love Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Is that better than Die Hard and Die Hard 2?
It's better.
I think I like it. I think I like it around as much as Die Hard 1, which is a movie that I really love. I think I like it about the same level as Die Hard 1, and then Die Hard 2 after those ones, and then Live Free or Die Hard and A Good Day to Die Hard in that order after those two, because like neither of those needed to be made. Granted, Live Free or Die Hard was not bad. Wasn't really great, but do you find it as memorable as the first three? And that goes for A Good Day to Die Hard too, without saying, because everyone knows that one sucks.
Oh, it even sounded sucked. It sounded awful. Bear says, yeah, as much as I love a man in a tank top, I would have been okay with just Die Hard.
Yeah,
if it was a one-off, I would have been cool with it too. But
if it was a one-off, yeah.
Die Hard with a Vengeance is awesome.
Yeah.
Die Hard with a Vengeance was great. And I liked I really like the setting that it's like just in the whole of New York. I thought that was super cool.
I love Carl Winslow and Samuel L. Jackson. That's
yeah. I think if they did Die Hard 1 and then Die Hard with a Vengeance and then just kind of left it at those ones, I would have been good with it. Because Die Hard 2, I still like it. Don't get me wrong. It was more. It was a retread of the first one. Just John McClane being in the wrong place at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep. And
it was. But if they went from Die Hard 1 to Die Hard with a Vengeance with Hans Gruber's brother wanting revenge, that would have been good enough for me.
I've been okay with Alien ending after 2.
Same.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, Alien and Aliens were they were great, gotta respect James Cameron, for just knocking it out of the park with sequels. Alien, obviously Ridley Scott did the first Alien. Yeah, and then
the first couple sequels.
Yeah, the first couple sequels, right? Yeah, and now he's just retreading, Pocahontas and Dances with Wolves from Fern Gully.
Here's shots fired. Rocky V was a better ending than Rocky Balboa. Rocky V is the worst. Is in my bottom 10 all time. That's just me. It is my bottom. I hated it. That movie because I love the franchise so much. I think I hated it even more.
Which one was Rocky V again? Remind me what happened.
Tommy Guns.
Tommy Gunn, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I hated him so much. I don't even know if it was a bad movie or I just hated him so much.
I couldn't stand that character.
It wasn't a great movie out.
Plus, it doesn't help that actor was like a butthead in real life.
That was him.
Yeah. I think he had AIDS or some kind of illness in real life, and like he was advised not to fight or like do anything physical, and he still did it anyway and risked infecting other people.
He was a fighter though. He was a real boxer.
He was a real boxer.
He won the heavyweight championship, I believe, too.
Yeah. Now Tommy Gunn is coming back. Yeah. I wasn't a Rocky V fan.
Kitty says Rocky V is my personal Voldemort.
Pretend don't happen.
Oh man, Live Free and Die Hard was surprisingly good. Can I tell you guys? I actually like Live Free and Die Hard.
I didn't mind Live Free or Die Hard. Like I'm kind of indifferent to it. I didn't think it did anything to like tarnish the legacy of the previous movies. I was fine with Live Free or Die Hard. The only one that I really can say is gutter trash is A Good Day to Die Hard. That movie was trash.
It is awful. It is awful.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Tony said Die Hard is cool, but I'm more of a Get Hard fan.
Well played.
Well played, sir.
Well played.
Mama Bear says, I don't acknowledge Die Hard 2. Bruce hated it, so that's enough for me.
There were a multitude of lines in Die Hard 2 when I was really little. I got in trouble for quoting and getting like getting caught. Yeah.
Well, like we're saying, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
That and there was I remember I had like a friend over or something like that. We were playing in the living room, and I remember going, "I'm gonna kick your fucking ass," and I think my mom heard me.
Like, what'd you say?
What did you say?
Oh no, that's hilarious.
Nothing.
Kenny says, I might be biased because I saw Die Hard with a Vengeance first growing up. I saw Die Hard soon after, and then didn't see Die Hard 2 till years later. Okay, I understand that then. Said, I would say Predator 2, but Prey was excellent.
Yeah, Prey was really, really good. I even liked I even liked Predators. The only Predator movie, again, that I did not like at all was The Predator. What the hell was that?
It was a mistake.
Yeah. But yeah, Predator 1, Predator 2, definitely like Prey, amazing. I'd even be open to, I think like someone made a meme of this around the time Prey came out, of like Predators showing up in different eras, like do like one in feudal Japan with Hiroyuki Sanada, I think was one meme I saw. I'd be totally down.
Ooh, yeah.
That'd be cool, samurai type of thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I even liked I liked Predators with Adrian Brody and who else was in it? Like Topher Grace, Walt Goggins, kind of like the idea of Predators just snatching up like black ops people and serial murderers and escape convicts, Yakuza. I thought I liked the idea behind it. I thought it was really cool. And it had some really cool moments, like the Yakuza fighting the Predator. I thought that was super cool. There were parts of it that I really liked.
Yeah, Brandon said Die Hard 3 was good, but my least favorite. Oh, really? I like the one with Justin Long and Maggie Q.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, live free or die hard.
The same one I said. Yeah. Rocky 5 was horrifyingly bad. Yeah, it was not. It was not good. It was not good. Brent said, I like the street fight because it was something different. The movie itself, I hated the street fight because I thought it was stupid. That's not what Rocky is. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's so. It was like almost the meaning to the character. That's exactly. All for me.
Like, you are the heavyweight champion of the world, and you're doing that for this dude. Your son is the one you need to be focusing on.
Yeah, for this punk kid, you know. Yeah.
I agree. Died of HIV. Yeah, that's what Tommy Guns. Yeah,
HIV.
Bear says, Brandon has a bad boy side, huh?
I am known to be a little rebellious at times.
I saw Predator when I was like 7. Offered some Pokemon gummies to people in class before quoting Jason Ventura's monologue in the helicopter while we were cross applesauce on the floor. Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's how you see it.
Yeah.
The idea of a 7-year-old saying that monologue was what was Brandon asked what's so good about Prey? I think the idea of it, I liked the idea of it, you know, predators in settings other than the modern day, and I liked the character. I like the main character.
I really liked the main character. I thought that was really smart and makes sense of why they came back. It was a good prequel that made sense in the line of Predator.
Yeah. I thought the fighting was good. I thought it added to the lore a little bit. You know what I mean? Because like so many people are like, oh, why is the Predator so bare bones? And you can make different things, but I think like the going one is like he was also like
starting somewhere.
He just like her, she was on the hunt to become like the next level of warrior. He was on the hunt to become the next level of warrior too. So it was kind of the same thing, and you know, it was just a badass movie too.
Yeah, I liked the parallels between the two characters. I thought that's what really worked for me.
Exactly.
And
100%.
I never saw it. Good, keep it that way.
You're winning. Is Predator an overrated villain? His clan has lost to a soldier, an LA cop, and a hunter on a first mission. I mean, you losing a lot, bro.
Interesting.
Predator is a unique one because it's intentionally stayed close to the formula of the original, almost being a remake of Force Awakens to Star Wars, but somehow more original. That's interesting.
I would have to go back and watch it. So I just remember not liking it. Like, I don't think.
I really liked it. I liked it. I liked the characters. I thought Adrian Brody was pretty badass in it. It was a pretty entertaining cameo with just like a crazy ass Lawrence Fishburne for like the 5 minutes of screen time he had. I liked it. I had fun watching it, and I liked the idea of like different classes of Predator as well.
Yeah, that was that part I did like. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I want to bring this back from Tony. He said, "Sony is so off-brand, you couldn't even call them McDowell's." If you get that, Coming to America.
And I was just watching Coming to America last weekend.
I watched it. Was it yesterday? Because yesterday was Wednesday. No, was that today? Was it today I watched it? Oh, it was yesterday. It was yesterday I watched it.
This is way off topic, but the sitcom Good Times, I'm convinced is a prequel to Coming to America. I have a whole theory and everything.
Hey, we lucky we got them.
I am convinced
that be bored with all the strings. Like,
I am convinced that James Evans and Mr. McDowell are the same character. James faked his death to get away from Florida Evans because he was just so sick of her bullshit with wanting to stay impoverished. Yeah, and I'm convinced he faked his death. He changed his identity. He kept the money that she tried to make him give back to the police. and started a fast food chain. Yep.
McDonald's.
Remarried. Yep. That's I have a whole fan theory about that.
That's crazy.
But we don't need to go into that right
now. We need to do a video on that.
I wanted to go back to this. He said, Kenny said, after Beyond the Spider-Verse, they should make a separate Spider-Punk, Spider-Bite, and Spider-India movies that are self-contained to their own worlds. No multiverse crossover.
And you know what? I'd be all for it, especially Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk would be really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Aren't they kicking off a new Spider-Punk series?
I think they are.
Comic book?
Yeah, new comic book. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Again, like, popularity of one thing literally translate into popularity somewhere else. So, start selling comics. But I'll be cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Spider-Man was talking about Predator. So, yeah, Predator did lose me to a blue butthole.
What?
I'm in the minority who enjoyed the Predator for the dumpster fire it was. I paid twice to see it.
Oh man.
Cleve says Herschel was in Predators 2.
Yeah, he was. They didn't do nearly enough with him either.
There we go. Kenny said, "Oh yeah, Predator with Adrian Brody was good. The Predator was good."
I think I like the lore it set up, like Brandon said. I think I like the lore that it kind of built than the actual movie.
Yeah.
Xavier says, Brandon, shots fired with that one. You can't just say that to people. I mean, good times and you can't say Come to America, Good Times, and he left Florida. He left her.
Florida Evans was the real villain of Good Times, and I will happily die on that hill. Friggin' miserable harlot.
Oh my gosh. You trying to get shot, man. Whoa.
Friggin' hate Florida. Florida Evans is one of the biggest fictional villains of all time. I will happily die on that hill.
You keep on saying that you might.
Florida Evans can fry in hell. Alive.
No.
The hatred.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that two black guys in Predators die. It's weird that two black guys in Predators die the exact same time, the exact same way. And two black guys in Predator. One impaled while screaming and firing a gun. The other talks to himself and is blown apart.
Didn't think about that.
I
think I thought about that before because it's just what happened with black people. You knew you're going to be the first one to die, and they're going to die in stupid ways.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, Dylan in the first Predator, and then King Willie in Predator 2. I still would have liked to have seen like the showdown between King Willie and Predator and Predator 2, because like King Willie went down like a boss. King Willie stood his ground. That I would have liked to have seen that fight.
Yeah.
You would say, you don't want that smoke, Predator. You don't want that. Come on, man. I'm definitely need a full video on Brandon's theory.
I kind of do too, man.
I'm afraid to be on that video. I'm afraid to be on that video. Yeah. No face. If I want to be on the video, I'm gonna put a bag over my face so no one comes and get me.
I'll be the whipping boy for that one.
That's fine. Yeah. Also, the guys with Walton Goggins starred in the film.
Mm-hmm. Walton Goggins was pretty funny in it.
Even Xavier says, "I would love to hear that full good times theory as well."
I think we need to do it, man. We got to some time.
I have a whiteboard right over here. So we can figure this out. I'm like, connect all the dots and have all the like red ribbons. So that's how it goes.
We'll reenact the whole Always Sunny scene. We walk in and Brandon's like, it's all connected.
I got it, guys. It's all connected. The Predator guy is butt kicked by Mr. Poopy Butthole and Squanchy.
Squanchy. What?
Is he the voice?
No, he's talking about it. That's what's the TV show with
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Predator. I don't remember. Yeah.
Predators also had a lot of practical effects, truly captured the 80s, 90s macho feel that no film in recent memory has been able to do. I feel that Terminator should reboot and strictly go TV for a few years.
Man.
Really, they should have just, they should have just left it alone. They should have known to just when to leave well enough alone. 2 was enough.
Yeah.
They could have stopped there. Yeah, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It doesn't get. I think Schwarzenegger is so synonymous with Terminator that there's always going to be a want from fans for a cameo.
Yeah, and the only one of the sequels, because I didn't like Terminator 3. Terminator Genesis, I didn't like at all. Friggin' Terminator Dark Fate, I didn't really like. But I will give Terminator Salvation credit for kind of trying a little something different and like showing us the future war.
Is that the Christian Bale one?
That was when Christian Bale played John Connor, and I even liked the idea of him playing John Connor because he's good enough an actor. He's one
of the best actors we've ever got in most series. So yeah.
Yeah, the writing just unfortunately wasn't up to par, but there were elements of Terminator Salvation that I did appreciate.
Yeah.
And hell, Anton Yelchin, R.I.P. He made a great young Kyle Reese. He even emulated some of his mannerisms and stuff like that. He did a great job. He gets really slept on for his performance in that. I think Christian Bale, and Anton Yelchin were my favorite things about that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point, man. Unless Skynet stuff becomes more of a character, it will feel like the same old thing.
Yeah.
Focus on Skynet, period.
Yeah, it was what if you see it from the other side, from the robot side?
Yeah. There was wiggle room in that regard. They just it was I think the sequels very much proved that no one had any business kind of handling this other than James Cameron himself. It was his brainchild.
Mm-hmm. He understood
no
the
one,
world better.
No one understood this world like he did. He told the story that he wanted to tell with 2 movies, I thought. And it should have ended there. And it's really interesting how and it's one of the reasons, even with the Avatar movies, I really do respect James Cameron as a filmmaker. The first one, if you think about it, was a high concept slasher movie. It was a high concept horror movie, which I thought was awesome.
Okay.
And then the sequel was just he escalated from that. He upgraded, no pun intended, to a full on super action movie, and it was incredible.
It's one of the greatest action movies ever
made, and it still holds up. It's crazy. It's scary how much it still holds up. So I like how he how he switched genres in that regard, and it still felt very very organic and natural. Everything else, unfortunately, even especially T3 was guilty of this. It just kind of felt like a cheap imitation of T2 in a lot of regards.
Because you could have the same story no matter what. I'm okay with Brandon is in full screen for theory. I think we could do that, guys. Hold on, we could do that right now
for science.
This is for science reasons right here. Go ahead, of course. We'll have his whole theory all planned out, and just we'll be here in the small side, and then we'll let this guy right here, have all the full screen. I think that works out.
Mama Bear, I will say that you do know how to put a smile on my face. I've been having kind of an off kind of of a week, so thank you.
He's off.
I know. the little mini flexes for Mama Bear. There you go.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, that's what I really appreciate about Terminator 1 and 2, and I can kind of in my head canon to an extent. I really only try to acknowledge 1 and 2, and then sometimes I just stop there. I think
Yeah, nothing else matters after that. After those two.
Yeah. Really the sequels are just cheap fan fiction.
Yeah.
Here's a good question by Travis. What's a stunt in a film that makes you cringe every time you see it, and you wonder how they pulled it off?
That's a good question.
That's a good one.
Well, one that really always kind of makes me kind of wince a little bit is when the 2004 Punisher, when Thomas Jane is fighting the Russian, and he gets thrown through the wall, and his head hits the brick wall. Because that was actually Thomas Jane who hit that wall, and the reaction of him like trying to stagger up was natural. Think what you will about the movie, but that was an insane stunt, especially with the way that he hit that wall. I think that's the first one that springs to mind.
Okay. You got anyone, Tank?
Man, I can't think of one on the spot.
Mine is Rogue Nation. Tom Cruise hanging off the side of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you imagine if that goes wrong? Like, I think that'd be awful. Like, you super.
Does that make you cringe though? I don't know if he means cringe in a bad way or cringe of like a ooh, you know.
Honest cringe would be more like was it 197 whatever that movie is when they got their arms stuck in the thing and you had to see them saw it off to get out of there.
Yeah, 127 hours. Yeah.
I got a perfect one. It's not really I guess it is a stunt. But it's in the Mummy 1 with Brandon Fraser. When he gets like hanged for the thing, and I'm like, damn, that looks real. Like I'm like, and then years later, I found out, oh, it was real. Like,
it was real.
He wasn't meant to happen. He actually passed out and blacked out. And you know, I was like, what the fuck? And that's obviously the one they keep because it's the most real, because it is real. And I was just like, holy shit, dude. Like that was like crazy. I guess something fell off or something moved. So he was supposed to like fall through the floor, and there's supposed to be like a box or something to catch him, and it didn't catch him. So he actually started, you know, like hanging from the rope.
Yeah.
And then he blacked out. And then, and then that's when somebody noticed, came over, you know, cut the rope, whatever they did, and he fell to the ground, just, you know, and which I'm like, damn. So I don't know if that's really a stunt, more of something that went bad. But I remember watching him the first time. I'm like, damn, did they really like pull up on it or something? I was like, no, he really dropped. It was like, oh shit, like to the point where he passed out. I was like, that's fucked up. Almost literally died for the Mummy.
We got Chillmonger said, wow, for the Mummy. They said that the stunt in Spider-Man where Toby catches all the food was real. That's my stunt.
And like, because I remember reading that they had to do that take like 100-something times before he caught it perfectly.
Can you imagine that?
Which one's that one from?
The first Spider-Man, when he catches Mary Jane when she slips in the cafeteria.
And he holds her and he catches all on the tray.
What? That was real?
That was real.
It was not real. No shit. Really? I didn't even know that.
That's a very good one.
Yeah.
What about that? What's that movie that you guys talk about all the time? The live action GTA.
Crank.
The helicopter scene.
Oh, at the end of it, yeah.
I would not be hanging from a helicopter trying to fight.
Oh, I know what you're.
I'm not doing that. It's like, because you slip and fall, you die. That's it. There's no. Well, I made a mistake. Oh, you guess what? You done.
That scene, the final scene in that movie used to upset me when I was younger, just because I was always a big Jason Statham fan, and seeing him fall from a helicopter to his death just upset me at that time. But then he lived in the sequel, so I felt a lot better.
I knew it.
But
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. No.
And you know, like they did actually like drop him from a harness in like from like I forgot the the amount of hype, but it was for the final shot. They actually did. He's known to do a lot of his own stunts too, which
he does
I
a
respect
lot,
the crap out of.
most of his own stunts.
Yeah. Statham's the man.
Yeah.
So lucky for you, Brian. I know how they pulled that scene off, and Tom did it like 6 times.
It's crazy how the Mission Impossible movies, I think ever since really
this is the 4th one, 3rd one?
Ever since the 4th one? Was there a big stunt in the 3rd one?
I think it's the 4th one is the first big one.
The 4th one is when they really started going all in with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love how they're essentially showcase reels for these big crazy Tom Cruise stunts that he does himself. I'm waiting for Dead Reckoning Part 2. I'm still a little upset it's not coming out this year because I was really excited to see what the next stunt was.
Also, side note, I don't think they're calling it Part 2 because they dropped Part 1 from Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Yeah.
So I think it might get its own
title
name. Yeah. Which might be a good idea because Part 1 didn't do what it thought it should have. Well, what we all expected it to do in the box office, So I think dropping it and giving it a new name and maybe revitalizing that story might be the best thing to do.
Everyone's wrong because Haley Atwell should have been watched. You guys, you missed out.
There you go. That's where you go.
You missed out.
Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, Haley,
exactly.
Or just Atwell or something.
Atwell. All right. Everything in First Blood looks accidental and death-defying. Him yanking on that dude off the dirt bike, or when the police car falls down the slope, it flips over. Okay. And then he says, "Look, the ending truck sequence in the final Fast and Furious, when Vince is hanging off the side and the wires wrapped around his arm, cutting into it. Oh, that is hard to look at. Oh yeah, and you have to get up there and you got to cut him down. He couldn't get off. Oh my goodness,
great scene. I remember that. That truck driver was like not playing any games with them.
He's driving with a shotgun, like
with a shotgun, like he was going full Mad Max on them.
Oh no, I got Travis here. Beverly Hills Cop 3, when Axel is saving the kids on the Ferris wheel, it's a stunt guy actually jumping between those cars on a real ride, and it makes me queasy every single time.
You know what? No, I got one. How have we not mentioned the opening scene from Cliffhanger?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that, like, I remember seeing that in the theater with my parents. I was really little. Man, that just bothered me. That like had me like. I think I even started getting teary-eyed during it. And whatever you think that actress who played the one that Sylvester Stallone was trying to save, you never saw much of her after that. And she was amazing in that scene.
I'm trying to remember who she was.
Yeah, like she's not really a recognizable actress. I think the main thing that she's known for is that opening scene. I think she's had some other parts, but the opening scene of Cliffhanger always really got me.
Yeah.
Brandon says the opening scene Spectre when they were all on the Day of the Dead parade and he was in the helicopter.
That was the big scene for that one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yes, there was a big stunt in 3. The big scene in 3, he swung from one building to the other, shooting the fulcrum scene. I think
I remember.
Yeah, I saw that.
No,
okay.
Now I remember.
And then Chill says, "Does the Catwoman whip scene count as a stunt?"
Yeah, actually, he just sent the link. So I won't play it with any audio or anything. But I'm like, that's pretty impressive, man. Because you mess that up, you're gonna get yourself hurt pretty bad. She does it all on her own. In like a skin tight leather freaking outfit, and you see like the dust, just like, yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll slip away. All right, I'm okay with it.
A peak Michelle Pfeiffer right there.
I'm okay with it.
Well, yeah, because you mess up, man. on the whip, if you crack it too wrong or whatever, and it comes back and it gets you, man, that shit hurts.
All right, we got Candy says, if you had to choose one actor to play the villain in every movie for the next 2 years, who would it be?
Play the villain?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, easy. The guy from Deadpool. He's already doing it. So
Ed Skrein.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Rebel Moon. He's everything he does. He's a villain. He's always been doing it.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Always there's some actors that always play bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be British because the best bad guys are all British.
Christopher Waltz. Christopher Waltz.
Christoph Waltz, yeah.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz, yeah. Dude, he plays such a great bad guy. I mean, he plays a good good guy too, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Giancarlo Esposito.
It's a good one.
I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny says, I might go Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon's really good.
Mm-hmm. You know, he kind of tickles me when he raises his voice. Whenever he raises his voice, he sounds like he has food in his mouth or his mouth full.
He's a Chicago dude, though.
I don't cry here.
What's this the dude from No Country for Old Man?
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good.
I'll take him. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, is it Mads Mikkelsen?
Mads Mikkelsen's always a good one.
He usually plays a bad guy all the time too.
Yeah, plays a very good bad guy.
Ebon Moss-Bachrach from the Bears, always good villain vibes.
Has he ever played a villain?
You feel it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he could if he drops like the goofballness that he sometimes has. I can see him because when he yells and is an asshole, he's a good asshole.
Yeah.
Javier Bardem, No Country and Skyfall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The man has range.
Yeah, I forgot Skyfall. Skyfall was yeah. I like that one.
So Ebon Moss was the douchebag from Andor. But I was probably asleep by then.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. What was he?
Was there a bad guy? I don't know. Was a good guy or a bad guy in Andor because it was so awful. It's just
I'm trying to remember which one he played.
Jill says, I still don't forgive Meryl Streep for what she said to Anne Hathaway.
Hey, what she said about Anne?
Heck, I still don't forgive Meryl Streep for her character in Death Becomes Her.
Oh, okay.
She was straight up nefarious in that.
Yeah. Because I'm like, you make me think like Meryl Streep said something actually to Anne Hathaway, but with Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, what'd she say about her? Yeah. But from the movie, I know what you're talking about now. And I'm seeing the guy he played with Andor. Yeah. That was what, the third episode or whatever. And
who knows?
I didn't like the character. When he did the heisty episode or side.
Said I'd like to see No Country prequel with Adam Driver as Javier's character. Adam Driver doesn't really scare me.
No.
Yeah. I don't know if I would want a prequel.
I just like it come out of nowhere. Just that makes it even more.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm still trying to figure out who I could see as a villain for the next. Bill Skarsgård. He plays a pretty good villain.
Any Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Just give me one of them. That's fine. Just throw them in there. It's fine.
Well, they good guys too.
Katie said, "Yeah, I think Adam Driver could do it." And then Brandon said, "No, Adam Driver, not for anything. We don't need to see him any more movies."
Man, what you got against Adam Driver?
Not a fan, huh?
I think he's a good
actor.
That's
an inferno take, not a hot take. That's an inferno take.
I think he's a good actor. You know, like I think he's pretty good. You know, yeah. I'm trying to think of a movie I really didn't like him in. And honestly, the thing I really disliked him in the most was the Star Wars shit.
Sure,
and it's really not his fault. It's because like they didn't know what the fuck to do with this character.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I don't want to talk about Star Wars right now.
Even well, I know like, there's an interview with him talking about it, and he even said they were supposed to go full evil with Kylo Ren.
Mm-hmm.
And he said obviously things changed and they wanted to do more of a redemption arc, blah blah blah. And they asked him, "Oh, when did that change?" And The Last Jedi. I'm like, "Yep, that makes fucking sense," because of course he ruined the entire story and all the Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So it just hates me. I hate it.
He said John Bernthal is a weird one. He has a villain vibe, but he's so likable. At the end, being a good guy is. See him as a full villain would be painful but believable.
I can see him do a full villain. Was he a full villain in Walking Dead? I mean, he was kind of a real effing D-bag. You know, I mean, who hooks up with your best friend's dead wife or wife that once you think you're dead? you know, like what he did to Rick was kind of messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So Star Wars, he sucked. Wedding Divorce movie with Black Widow sucked. 65 sucked. I'm good on him. I don't know. I think he'll be a perfect.
I like the one with him and Scarlett Johansson was a good movie. It was
Marriage Story. Yeah,
Marriage Story. That's what it was. It was just too real, and it was rough to watch because of the actual like stuff going on.
Yeah,
we got good soup out of that. We got the good soup meme from that movie. So can't be
I want him as Victor Von Doom. I think he'll be great as Doom.
Yeah. But 65 sucked, not because of Adam Driver, though. I don't think
he was not the problem with 65.
He was good in the movie. It's just the movie itself was awful.
The story sucked. Yeah. The story had no point.
And we're like, okay, so after all that, this is stupid. Yeah.
It should have been a prequel to something. I still feel like.
Yeah. He wasn't. Yeah, he was saddled with bad content with 65.
There's what hate that Adam Driver's my pick for adult Link if they ever did a Zelda movie.
Nah,
I'd be good with it.
Adult,
I'd be all right with it.
You think so?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
See, Xavier agrees with me. Star Wars is a subject right now. I don't need to be talking about that right now because I thought they were going the right direction and they just ruined it. That's how I always feel. They're going the right and they just said screw it.
I will never forgive Rian Johnson. Like he might do other good movies and I might enjoy him. I'm not saying I hate him, but I will never forgive him for ruining Star Wars.
I will never forgive you.
Yeah, you can argue as much as you want. They're like, oh, well, they're kind of good. No, they're not. Shut up. No, they're
not. It's too bad. Because I liked everything Rian Johnson had done before that. Like, I loved the movie Brick. I loved Looper. Looper was an interesting sci-fi concept. So
I like that one.
when I heard he was doing Star Wars, I'm like, all right, and then I was like, what the hell, dude?
I even like the stuff he did after Star Wars. The whole Knives Out kind of stuff.
Knives Out,
pretty good.
I like that one. Star Wars, so he'll never. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he'll
never be on my top list of anything except for second.
Yeah, like The Force Awakens was like J.J. Abrams pretty much playing it safe because it was in a lot of ways like a retread of A New Hope.
But sometimes you can do that. It's a good way to start something off.
Introduce new characters with a familiar story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Johnson just came in and I'm not like vehemently defending The Force Awakens because I thought it was just an okay movie, or it was a fine movie. But Rian Johnson came in and just like pissed all over it. And then in interviews and stuff like that, he was pretty hubris and callous about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is like all the actors
in
all theirs, they all hated it.
I don't want to talk about Star Wars right now. Just
okay, yeah. We don't
in my heart
need to talk about
it. I can't handle it right now. It hurts. Travis, other than Shane, The Walking Dead, I don't think I've ever seen John Bernthal go full bad guy, and Shane wasn't even exactly wrong. They said, you know who's a good villain? Waltley, Keto Wale. I don't know how to say his name, but yeah.
Yeah, I still to this day have never attempted that man's name.
Oh wait, I forgot about Shane and Rick's wife. Oh yeah. Which Dane Fisher movie do you like more, Seven or Zodiac? Seven.
Seven
is a way better movie. Way better.
Yeah.
Now you got to answer Kenny's question in reverse. A protagonist.
That's a good one. That I think it'll be more difficult because I think it's easy playing a bad guy because you just go full on dickhead mode. Playing a good guy is rough.
The one good guy the next two in a movie for the next 2 years. Isn't that what Tom Holland already is?
Pretty much.
That's not bad.
Isn't that what he's already done?
I don't know if you see him in every movie being a good guy because I don't know if
he's kind of already
as Spider-Man, but
he was also the good guy in what's that terrible movie remake of my favorite video game? Uncharted. Like you really don't see him as being a bad guy.
Wasn't he the dude in jail? The Apple Plus show that he was in.
Cherry. Or the
Cherry
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which when he was like when he got out of the military and he was addicted to drugs and he was robbing, like, am I thinking of the right one? He was a bank robber.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm thinking.
I don't think that was him though.
The Crowded Room.
Oh, The Crowded Room.
Oh, The Crowded Room. Yeah.
Yeah, where he plays like.
I haven't seen that one.
No, I haven't seen it either.
Kenny said 65 felt like a first draft of a short film.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a full movie.
There wasn't enough meat in the bones for 65 to be a full movie.
Yeah, it felt like parts of a first act, like parts of a little bit of parts of a second act, and like an incomplete third act.
I feel like they ran out of money at the end of the movie and they just threw shit out there.
Yeah.
We don't have another scene, so we're just gonna do this.
Yeah. I would think Tom Hanks, because I got a list of like a bunch of big actors. Tom Hanks. I think Tom Hanks plays a good guy just so naturally, like so well, and you always kind of like feel for him, whether it just be like what was the one we stuck on the Castaway, even Sully, when he plays the guy who landed the plane in the Hudson River, like he did great in that movie. I was like, yeah, cool. I never really want to see it. And then I remember seeing clips of it. I'm like, fuck no, I want to see it. And I watched the whole movie. I was like, damn, like he's like really good, and he was the good guy in that, even though he got, trying to be blamed for a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I think Tom Hanks will be a good one.
Chill said, I fell out of my chair when I saw Rian Johnson credited in American Fiction.
But
this is the first time I've heard that. Like, really? I've watched American Fiction now 4 times. I did not know that.
For what? What was he? Is like produce?
It gotta be associate producer or something like that.
Executive producer. Yeah.
Executive. Okay.
Well, like I said, Rian Johnson has done good stuff, and I think he will continue doing good stuff. It's just he absolutely destroyed what he did with Star Wars. And I no matter what he does ever, he will never be forgiven for that from a lot of people.
Yeah, and I try not to hold like one trip up against directors, but it's his it was just the hubris that I read up on when in interviews and stuff like that afterwards. You know, like that's what really got to me about it. You know, just how it just came off as really callous.
Like he did it on purpose. Like he made this bad movie on purpose.
I thought he just didn't care. He just was like, oh, well, if you don't like it, don't like it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run through these real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Statham or Cruise is real easy. I've seen Walt Goggins be a sleazy douchebag. I can see him as a full hero role, perhaps. Fallout it is. America's good guy, Tom Hanks or Denzel. But Denzel has done a very good villain. He's also
good bad guys. Yeah.
He was a bank robber. Yeah. We're going to review Ungentlemanly Warfare. Yes, we are going to get this thing going.
Yeah, that's why it's on my list.
That's why I'm running through this right now. Oh, Chris Pratt as a villain instead of Blando Commando will be refreshing to see. Erica comes out, shots fired. Knives Out was terrible, and I will die on that hill.
So we talked about this before. Yeah, with the giant gaping fucking plot hole that it has that you look over because it's like who did it kind of thing. But yeah, there's a huge plot hole that if you look at it, you're like, oh, none of the movie makes sense when you look at this one plot hole.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't just say that. I mean,
the dude wrote like crime stories. He understands how crimes are solved and everything. And his thing was like what was it? Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. And then but it's like, but they're gonna do an autopsy still. You know what I mean? So like his idea to save her was not good, and it ultimately didn't matter. And then even in the end, it still didn't matter because the autopsy wind up getting done anyway, which proved her innocence only because like she's a good nurse, which is fucking the craziest thing to think of anyway. It's like, oh, you just knew that these two vials were mixed, but
it's funny because I have 2 vials of insulin, and I literally know the difference just by the viscosity of it. I just honestly, I could grab each one and know exactly which one I have.
I don't know. I mean,
I've been doing it for 30.
Well, yeah, your whole life, but it's your thing.
The difference in which one is like, okay, this is Lantus and this is Humalog. I could tell by the viscosity of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I didn't think that was so far fetched.
But the plot hole of him knowing how crimes are solved.
No, I thought that he really did. He wasn't really trying to save her. I thought that was the whole thing. He wasn't really. He knows this. He wasn't really trying to do that. That's what he told her.
He gave her all the money. So it was like, if I don't save you, they're gonna fucking like send you to jail.
Yeah, he wanted to get the money away from his family. I think he didn't. I think he knew that he's gonna kill himself. I think that was always part of his plan. He was already going to kill himself.
I mean, like even before he thought she overdosed him.
I think that's still part of his plan. That he wanted to kill himself.
But I know, but that's the problem. If he wanted to do it before she was being blamed for his death, like
I mean, he wasn't alive when he was blamed for the death, right?
Yeah. That's why he killed himself. He's like, oh, go out the back way and they won't find you. And it'll just look like a suicide or a homicide, suicide, rather than you did it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the big plot hole in the whole thing.
I saw someone talk about the plot hole and have a good answer for it, but we'll see. Yeah. Kenny says maybe Vin Diesel will be a bad guy one day.
Nah.
Erica, what? Maybe the second one, but the first was great. But that's what you said, the whole plot hole. So
there's a giant plot hole in it. That's right. Don't think about it, and it's a great movie.
After all the superhero roles, I think it's time for Lizzo to be the villain.
She already is in real life.
I don't know if that's a plot hole. He was dying. He might not have been in his right mind. Oh, I forgot. He did it to himself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to run through that because I wanted to get to this trailer. Because
all right,
we got 3 for sure, maybe a 4th one, but we got 3 for sure. We're gonna start off with the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare because I want to see that. I have not watched it, and I want to see it with you guys. So
I have not watched the trailer. I was waiting.
I saw part of it, but that's because I was looking at trailers. And I was trying to make a thumbnail, so I had to figure that out.
yeah. I seen clips just because it's hard not to see the some of the pictures. Let me get it ready real quick. And then Brandon, just FYI, I think they do the trailer before the trailer.
He's like, I hate whoever they do this.
Whoever came up with that.
So real quick, Rian Johnson was the executive producer, and they didn't really, quote unquote, do much besides make sure, they get money. Say the creation of the theater performance, commercial, web series, or television show or film. So they just make sure there's money for the project, So they probably use his whatever studio that he has. Pretty much at this point, every freaking famous person, actor, director has their own studio. Kevin Feige has his own studio.
Yeah.
His own production studio. But real quick, I want to show. So today I went to a bunch of secondhands and stuff.
Pre-trailers for the skip ad fans.
I know, I hate that. I sent it to you guys, but we went on. I went on a big old spree of movies.
Oh my gosh, really? What's wrong with you?
This is everything I bought today from the secondhand.
Well, It's funny because I have most of those movies,
except for the top 2, but everything else is from the second. I saw the cavalcade of cartoon comedy, and I'm like, oh, I gotta buy that because that is such.
That's awesome.
On Blu-ray too.
Do I have
Turtles 3, which I was like, we were just talking about that.
I have almost all of these.
Yeah, on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Oh, I want them on
Hotel
Blu-ray.
Transylvania, Lion King, the other guys, Goosebumps. I have the Goosebumps one too.
Goosebumps.
Peter Pan, I have that one. The Lorax, I have that one because I have kids. I have all the Trolls and Cars.
Casino Royale.
Inside Out, I have that one.
Star Trek.
I have all the Kung Fu Pandas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Real Steel, but I like that movie a lot.
I do too. It's an underrated movie.
Yeah,
like it a lot more than
I have all the Star Trek too. I love all of them.
I have them on. So some of these I have on DVD that I kind of trying to phase out the DVDs and just have Blu-rays. But the Secret of Nymph, I was like, oh, we're definitely getting that. For sure, we're getting that. And then the Cavalier of Cartoon Comedy, another one I don't have. So, but we're trying to build our Disney collection and a lot of animated films and some of the other ones that I tend to like. So, but yeah, we got all these just today for my half price books, Goodwills, and stuff like that. So, I think none of them were over $3.
If I showed you all the comic books I've gotten in the last 3 days, you wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't believe me. That's honestly.
You're buying a house, man. Or you're buying a house just for the comic books.
I'm finishing my whole collection too. So that's what the CLZ app tells you which ones you're missing. So then I start ordering stuff. So it's just craziness. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I have so many. They're already bagged and boarded. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All right, let's watch this thing.
All right, watch this one. All right, cool. Let's do it. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer. I am with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're gonna check out a brand new trailer, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Starring Henry Cavill. So I haven't watched it yet. You guys said you haven't watched it yet. Super excited about this one. We're getting Superman himself back. With Brandon Davis, I remember what you said that Henry Cavill isn't a great actor. That still hurts me. That still hurts. I'm like, what?
You cut me right here, man.
Yeah, man.
Heart hole.
So yeah, let's check it out, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Let me. Shit, I don't think you guys can hear it. Hold on. I gotta share audio. There we go. All right, let me hit this and then we'll watch it.
Son of a bitch!
Pre-trailer.
Gus March Phillips, I have a mission I want you to lead. Thank you, Sergeant.
What's the plan?
To neutralize the German U-boats in the North Atlantic.
We're losing the war. Hitler is not playing by the rules, so neither are we. We both know that I'm not very popular with the administration.
The reason they find you unattractive is the very reason I find you attractive.
If I'm to do this, I'll need my own team. You won't like them. They're all mad.
They'll need to be.
All right, Jerry Bruckheimer.
It's
All right.
an unsanctioned, unauthorized mission. If we fail, England will be condemned to a lifetime under the German boot.
And so I said, that is not a dog. That is my wife.
It's very good. You and your operation are reckless. Abort this mission now.
Hello, can't hear you. Please do off.
Cool. What do you guys think? What the he did that tongue thing a few times in the trailer. Like every time he kills people. Like, what you guys think?
I think it looks pretty entertaining.
There goes,
it's Guy
Batman,
Ritchie.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, Guy Ritchie and Jerry Bruckheimer doing a movie together. It looks like a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
There you go.
Plus, they play Queen in the trailer, so
I'm not sure.
What?
Mm.
What are you?
I'm
sure
in. So I'm in. I already know I'm in the minority of, but something I'm about to say, I don't even know if I want to say it. I didn't like Inglourious Bastards.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And that I have no good reason. Like you can say, like, what's the reason? I'm not gonna sit there getting some soliloquy about any other. I didn't care for it. I'm tired of. I was tired of seeing movies about that war, and just it had nothing to do with the movie itself. It's just me. So because of that, I'm feeling the same thing. Because once again, I'm tired of the Hitler ideas and seeing the same thing over again. I'm tired of the rinse and repeat of the same thing. So that it's not because of anything that the movie has done. It's just my own preference about World War I, II, and I just don't like those movies about it because I think it's just a horrible time in human history.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's like I'm not saying like it's not. It has nothing to do with the movie itself. It's just me. I just this thing. I don't like slave movies. I don't like certain things. I just no longer want to see, and it's nothing to do with anything else.
Okay. I think like World War II, especially with what is going on right now in the world. It's a good reminder to remind you that Nazis are not good. They are not the fucking good guys. And a movie like this shows you they're not the good guys. That's why I liked Inglourious Basterds.
Inglourious Basterds was the same thing,
yeah. But especially like they kill Hitler at the end of the movie. It's like, and that's what he always does. But this one, it says it's based on a true story. It could be. I don't know. So
probably is.
Yeah, but yeah, I liked it. I think it looks pretty good. You know,
Me too.
You got a huge cast too. I like seeing Alan Richardson like in more things. Besides like a TV show, like actual movies. So yeah, that's a pretty strong cast right there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else was Gonzalez in recently. She did something else.
Can't remember the last thing I saw her in. But
Baby Driver, Bloodshot.
Baby Driver.
That's what she was in. Bloodshot.
Godzilla versus Kong. She was in Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh, that's right.
So.
Yeah. So I like Hobbs and Shaw. So she's been in some good movies. Some not.
She was in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. So, she's kind of hit or miss. I think it depends on what's around her. Working with Vin Diesel in a comic book movie maybe not been the best. Working with Henry Cavill, and a great director might actually make show her off a little bit more. But yeah, I'm digging it. I like it. It just seems like this, like they're like it's very Inglourious Bastards. It's very Inglourious Bastards. Like, I didn't think about it. I'm like, why this seems familiar, and then when you brought up Inglourious Bastards, it seemed
very much like that way. And matter of fact, is this a movie theater movie, or is this like a Prime Video?
No, I think it's.
I might see it in the
theaters. In theaters, April 19th.
Okay.
I might check it out in the theater.
Yeah, it's a Lionsgate movie.
Oh, it's Lionsgate. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm probably go see this in the theater. But yeah, definitely Inglourious Bastards. Definitely getting that vibe. So yeah, so if you don't like that one, then I don't think you're gonna like this one.
And it has, and once again, I'm saying it's not because of the movie. The genre, the time period is not. I don't like the time period. There's some things I just don't like. It's just me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, some of these comments. The movie he did with was it Armie Hammer? He was bad in. It just looks
The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah,
I liked him in the Man from U.N.C.L.E.
UNCL.
Yeah. I was like, I can remember. Yeah, that one was good.
But also directed by Guy Ritchie.
Oh yeah. Guy Ritchie has a different, especially special vibe kind of to a lot of his movies.
Yeah, I think the only movie that didn't really stand out as a Ritchie film, even though I found it entertaining, was the Aladdin remake. It didn't really have anything that stood out as having that Guy Ritchie flair. Even though I was entertained enough with it, but yeah, I like his style. He really has not made anything that I can say that I didn't like, except for Swept Away, which I try not to hold against him. But
I forgot. He did the Aladdin movie.
He did the Aladdin. It didn't really stand out as a Guy Ritchie movie.
Because it's not an original thing. Like he's doing a remake of someone that someone already did.
Yeah, so, I think Disney even wanted him to do the live action Hercules remake, and I think he backed out if I remember correctly.
I think so.
Pigeonholes you into something already. Like you can't really be as creative as you want to be.
Yeah,
I mean, Sherlock Holmes and King Arthur, and those are preset stories.
But you can do a lot. Sherlock Holmes, you can do a lot of different stories. You could do a lot of different. Yeah, but when you're remaking Aladdin, you're pretty much you have to follow the same beats as the original.
Yeah, I think he did a good job. He did a really good job. But yeah, there was when I heard Guy Ritchie was doing Aladdin, I was like, oh, are they gonna make it an action movie? Like, I think it's gonna get blown up or what?
Is it gonna feel like a Ritchie movie? Like along the lines of Snatch or something like that.
Yeah.
Which they could have had, some of those kind of, I guess, Ritchie-isms, you could call them, in that movie, because, he makes movies about kind of, like street hustlers and stuff like that. And if you think about it, at the core, Aladdin is a street hustler in the original.
That's what he is.
That could have been cool if they kind of let Ritchie have a little more, kind of give it a little more of his flair. rather than just a straight up remake of the original. It could have been something pretty special, I think. But I think Richie really looks in his element in this. Stuff like this, The Gentleman, Operation Fortune that he came out with last year, I thought was a lot of fun.
I still have to see that one.
Oh, it's such an entertaining movie.
That's what I heard.
It's such an entertaining. Yeah, like Josh Hartnett was freaking hilarious in it too, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Never lets me down. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I like pretty much most of his. Like I said, with the exception of Swept Away, I enjoy pretty much everything Richie puts out on some capacity. Yeah. On some level.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Covenant, I think, and I haven't seen Operation Fortune. Those are the only two I didn't get around to seeing. Let's see what else we got. Travis said Lizzo could take over for Henry Cavill. Taking over his role as August Whooper in Mission Impossible 8.
Impossible.
Yeah, Impossible 8. But yeah, here, man. She's gonna turn around and yell, "You're too fat." The Brandon said this gives Inglorious Bad vibes. Yeah. Even the same guy is German dude.
It does. That was Christoph Waltz?
I don't know. Because if he's in it, they usually him. I don't know. Yeah, unless it's a different German dude. Because the guy who I think about is Christoph Waltz. When you say German dude from Inglourious Bastards. Yeah. But let's see.
He's washing his hands in the bucket of blood he's talking about.
When he's washing his hands. Oh, from the beginning. Was that from the beginning?
That's in this thing.
Was that the
yeah.
He was washing his hands.
That was towards the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, right here somewhere. I might pass it up.
No, it's right.
Oh.
It should be.
I think him. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, right there.
That dude. Yeah, him. I don't remember him. And where was he in Inglourious Bastards?
Wait,
the one who broke out spoke German.
Wasn't he the one who Eli Roth, the Bear Jew, like smashed his head in with a baseball bat? Was that him? Or am I thinking of something different? I might be thinking of something different.
A different one.
Okay. I do feel like that's Till Schweiger is that actor's name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen him before in other movies where he's always the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. And there's that face.
Wait, what? Yeah. That's a hot take, Brian. Left. So that thing was hotter than the movie theater at the end of the Inglourious Bastards. Yeah. So yeah, definitely getting those kind of vibes out of this one. But cool. Yeah, that's our thoughts on the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Looks good, looks pretty awesome. But very much the same vibes as Inglourious Bastards. Very violent, very bloody. It looks like it's gonna be. But cool. Yeah, I mean, Guy Ritchie, what do you expect? Over the top, crazy, fun, action. So, but cool. We want to hear from you guys. So leave a comment down below if you're watching on replay. Let us know what you think about this trailer. Does it look good, or you kind of put off of it just from the time frame, kind of like Brian? But let us know what you think. What? I mean, there are a lot of people like the same thing, like are over like World War II movies. Just like same with video games. I'm over World War II video games.
I just don't like seeing the persecution of Jewish people. Yeah. I don't like seeing slavery. I'm tired of that whole idea of those things. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, leave a comment, let us know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button too. It helps us out a ton. We're really close to 1,300, so we can really super appreciate you guys. And then you can come check us out live every Monday and Thursday. But we appreciate everyone in the live chat as well, and you guys hang out because we are going to move on to our next topic. Oh, heard my dog bark. What the fuck was he barking at 11:30 at night? All right. Let's see. You guys want to just jump into the next one?
Yep. Just keep on going. Even though we do need to get to Percy Jackson soon. So.
Oh fuck!
That sounds like you're like.
We'll do the Ghostbusters one, then we'll do Percy Jackson. Then I completely forgot about Percy Jackson. They completely forgot. I'm like, oh yeah, we're just doing trailers tonight. All right, let's we'll do the Ghostbusters one, and then we'll do Percy Jackson real quick.
All right.
We'll try to keep this one short. All right, let's do this. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer. I am with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to check out the new official trailer for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. So I thought the last one was the official trailer, but that was just a teaser. So now we're getting the actual trailer. So yeah, let's check it out. Let's watch it, and then let's talk about it. Let me know if you guys can hear it. All right.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
Tall, dark, and horny at 12 o'clock.
Funny.
I've been waiting 40
I should
years
cut
for
those out.
this. They called themselves Ghostbusters. According to these hacks, they saved the world. No eyewitnesses. And who is found to carry the torch? Descendants of Egon Spengler. You have a miner hanging out the side of a moving vehicle, firing a laser gun indiscriminately.
Has a proton pack.
It's completely safe.
I wouldn't say completely safe.
The Ghostbusters are finished. Right. Well, overruled.
Sustained.
Thank you.
You the weird guy who buys strange old things?
Correct on both counts.
Buddy, you just hit the jackpot.
What is it?
Better question is, what's inside of it?
The parables tell of an unimaginable evil commanding an army of ghosts. With the power to kill by fear itself.
Like literally scared to death?
We might be looking at a second ice age.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
Can I be of any help?
No.
In uniform. Yeah.
If there's something strange, if there's something weird, who are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
We're the Ghostbusters. Can I tell you something else? What? Buster makes me feel good. Makes me feel good.
Heads up. Tall, dark, and horny at 12 o'clock.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys think?
Awesome. It gave me real Ghostbusters vibes. The animated series.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. I'm always game for more Ghostbusters. I really liked Afterlife. I'm happy to see it continue. OG crew back. Only thing that would make it complete was Rick Moranis, but I respect his decision to retire from the acting.
Oh my god! But what if he shows up? What if he's like, don't show him in the trailer and stuff like that? That'd be awesome.
There's no.
I'd say it would be a great surprise. Too many trailers give like everything away. How awesome would it be if he did show up?
Rick Moranis, that's not something you could hide. That's not something you keep under wraps. That's not. I don't see how that.
I mean, if you do like a scene where it's not shot outside, and you keep the people
and then keep everyone quiet too, and
so you don't have a lot of people in the scene with him or something like that, or
then what's the point of having him if he's not in a scene like?
I can see him doing a scene with like Bill Murray. You know what I mean? I think that'd be cool, kind of cool.
Maybe an end credit scene, but he's been real true to I'm not gonna be in movies anymore.
Yeah, he has. Yes, yeah, but he did it for his kids. He stopped acting, for his family, to raise his kids. His kids are not kids anymore, so they're a little bit older. So I'm not saying he's gonna make a comeback and there's gonna be a new Shrunk the Kids movie or whatever, but I would love to see him in a post credit scene. Still living in an apartment, little nerdy guy trying to throw a party, no one, like that, like
getting locked out of his own apartment.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be awesome. That would be
awesome.
Where
you let me at?
Yeah, that would be so good. What about you, Brian? How'd you like the trailer?
The trailer was pretty good. I think they caught the feeling of Ghostbusters. I don't know how the villain really looks. I mean, the villain kind of looked, not that great. Yeah, I think it looked awesome. The shadow of the villain looked better than the actual villain with screwing on his helmet, his horns on. I thought that the shadow, the idea of what the villain could look like is better than just the villain. How we actually saw in this trailer. But I think it'll be a fun time. I know I'm going to go see it.
Oh yeah, they kind of show him here, but it doesn't. That looks like before he has the horns. That might be before he's fully done.
That looks scary, right? But that didn't look scary.
Find it. I like him. I like the bad guy.
Yeah, I think the bad guy looks cool.
It gives me.
There was the other scene that he was in too. I was looking for it. Like it looked like it was from behind or something like that.
When he's screwing on the helmet, screwing on the horns. I mean,
yeah, there's that one, but there's like a full body one. It looked like from behind that they had in here. I don't want to rewatch the whole thing, but yeah, I don't know. I like the trailer. It got me like excited, like about it. Like saying it's like part, like it feels like the show. There we go. I think that's really like on point.
Very
no, you think so? Like from the back of it, like
maybe I'm wrong. Everyone else thinks it looks scary. I don't think it looks scary at all. I think you should kept it as the thought of the seeing the silhouette of him, seeing as a shadow. I think that's a better thing than actually seeing it up
for
close.
a trailer. Yeah, at least for the trailer.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I like the idea of like less is more in trailers. That's why if you remember like the teaser trailer for this, I remember saying like if they ended the teaser trailer with just seeing the Ghostbusters firehouse freeze over and like maybe the logo flicker on and off, that would have been enough for me. But I agree, Brian, like sometimes less is more in that case. I would have been fine with that too. If you give us like just enough to just kind of
out. That's it.
No, who is the bad guy? You don't need.
I don't need to see it. The idea of the bad guy is the thing that wants you get you into the movie theater. It's kind of like Signs. Like Signs. I thought the idea of the aliens was great. Seeing the aliens in live action, I thought was just like, what the hell? But the idea of it is great. And so if you keep him a shadowy figure, a silhouette or something, that's much scarier.
If they showed us just enough, especially when you take Ghostbusters Afterlife into account, that was a continuation of just the first one and kind of more or less disregarded Ghostbusters 2. If you look at it in that regard, we've really only seen Zool and Gozer. So
Yeah.
like if they were to just show us just enough to know that this is someone other than Zool that we're dealing with, I would have been just enough.
Because I mean, honestly, the villain looks very much what's his name? The guy in Suicide Squad, the first one, like her brother. Like it doesn't. It's not scary. It just doesn't give that to me. So I thought the idea of it would have been better than actually seeing it.
Yeah, no, they should have saved it, but I mean, I think it looks okay, but I much would have preferred like just like, hey, the bad guy frees the ship, cool, and then maybe just show the horns, like him grabbing the horns. Don't even show him putting on the horns, just him grabbing it. I think that would be cool too, But I do agree with that. But I mean, I see it and I'm like, okay, I like it, but I'm thinking the whole vibes of it though, like. The original guys are coming back again, which is cool. All the old the guys from Afterlife, all the kids are coming back. So it looks like it's gonna be a good one. Even the dickhead guy who wanted to shut him down in the first one, it looks like he's coming back and still doing it.
Walter Peck.
He's coming here and still has that grudge. So I thought that was good. It's a good, like very much like Afterlife. If this one feels like it's gonna have a good story with the member berries like sprinkled in, where it doesn't feel like it's too much. That's what I feel like, because you can easily go overboard with the member berries and really like, oh, now we're doing this, and now we're doing that, and now we're doing this. It's like cool. Like I want another story, not just a rehash. So having a new bad guy is really important. I think is really cool. So yeah, and then let's see what you guys in the comments are saying. Everyone's Percy Jackson can wait.
Then let them wait.
Yeah, there you go. They brought back Peck. There you go. That's who he was. Yep. Yeah, that is great. I do appreciate that. See, and then also it's like I feel like there's a fine line between member berries and like this is how this world works. Like, is it a member berry? Yeah, sure, because you hated that guy in the first one, but also he's still in this world. You know what I mean? Like unless you kill him off or don't show him, but if you show him up again, it's also like this is a guy that lives in this world. So yeah, if he shows up, it's not like just like, oh, here he is.
It's more of a connection than connecting fiber than member berries that we just trying to nostalgia. No, it's just connecting fiber because he's not a huge guy, but someone that you do remember.
Yeah. And yeah, of course he would hold a grudge. Well, fucking 40 years later or whatever it is, yeah. So although I don't get how he can still say like the ghosts are fake after they made the fucking Statue of Liberty walk. Like what?
And then you saw a 100-foot marshmallow man walking through the city.
He got covered by it.
He got covered by it. It melted on him.
His therapist told him it wasn't real.
It wasn't real. You were really high.
Yeah.
I
they inject you with all type of drugs. That's all it was. Don't worry about it.
I miss Rick Moranis. Yeah. And they said, will you bring him back to have you have to bring back Weaver? I mean, they did. They brought her back in the
last time.
Yeah, she showed up in she showed up in the post credit scene for Afterlife too. So I wouldn't. Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing it, but I agree that Moranis needs to return. That would hit the member berries in such and put it in a post credit, so it doesn't really affect the story. I think a post credit, just like you did with Sigourney Weaver, that would definitely be like a little cherry on top of the whole thing. So that South Park about member berries was crazy. I think I have this. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Brandon said it looks like the original is going to have larger roles in this one, and this very much feels like a new story with the member berries. They even brought back the library ghost. The library ghost, which was super cool. So I feel like it depends on what it is, but that definitely felt like a member berry, having the library ghost,
Slimer and all that stuff. Made perfect sense.
Yeah. But yeah, like member berries go in trailers. Exactly.
Usually what you're doing, you're trying to catch someone. You're trying to get them excited about going to come see your movie. So if you can't do that, then what else can you? What's the point of having a member berry anyway? Like that's the point. You want to grab. Hey, you remember how great this movie was? Let's come see this. This has connective tissue. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Like if they put all the member berries in the trailer, I'll be cool with that. And then you get all the new stuff in the actual movie. Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's Ghostbusters. They're 40 years old. Like you need to hit the member berries. It would be crazy if Rick pops up in the movie. That'd be
sure would.
That'd be so much fun. Even imagine if it's Sigourney and Rick in the post credit. You know what I mean? Like she's going to her apartment and he's locked out again. Like they just do that. It's just 40 years later. Yeah, like,
that would be good.
That'd be great.
Like that.
And then that'd be a way like you don't need the whole cast. Like you can keep it low production so the leak doesn't get leaked. Or so the scene doesn't get leaked. I think that would be. They could do it, but I just love Rick Moranis. He is just he's a great dude, obviously, for literally giving up Hollywood for his family, which is arguably the right call. But I was saying I can't wait to show Lucas Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
Honey, I Blew Up the Baby.
Blew Up the Baby. That was a lot of fun one. I can't wait to watch those things because I was going through Disney Plus and I saw them like, oh my god, those are awesome movies.
Like, no net.
Yeah. Yeah. Little Giant. Yeah. Little
Giants, help us, God.
Yeah.
Icebox.
Oh man. But cool. That's our thoughts for the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer. I think we're all kind of digging it, for the most part, and we're all for sure gonna go see it. I think it's like March 22nd. So yeah, about 2 months from now, roughly. Yeah. I can't wait to talk about this once we see the trailer or see the movie. So but we want to hear from you guys. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this trailer. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Any theories? Anybody secretly popping up? Any stuff like that? Leave a comment. Let us know. Also hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button so you can come and join us live every Monday and Thursday where we talk about trailers, movies, TV shows, all that good stuff. But again, appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. Especially shout out to all the live chat. Appreciate you guys. Stick around because we are going to move on to our next topic. All right, cool. So yes, we are going to talk about Percy Jackson because Brandon and Xavier just don't like it. It, which blows my mind because
what other trailer do you have?
I have that Ricky Stanicky. Is that how you pronounce it? That one with John Cena, and I also got Taro.
Have not seen the Taro trailer.
We can do Percy real quick and then do Taro at the last one.
No,
okay.
I think we can do Percy Jackson in 10 minutes.
Yeah, hopefully. Yes. Would you guys be mad if they remade Double Dragon or Three Ninjas? Oh, I won't be mad. I want it.
I like Three Ninjas. I want Three Ninjas.
Yeah, even Double Dragon.
Give me Three Ninjas and Surf Ninjas. Let's go.
Oh yeah, Surf Ninjas.
Let's go. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Double Dragon. No, I wouldn't be mad if they remade it.
They do it right though. Double Dragon is a little bit close to my heart, so you can't mess that.
Granted, the first one was not a great movie at all. It is very much in my guilty pleasure file. Alyssa Milano, rocking the Dennis Rodman hairdo.
I would love. I loved both of those movies as a kid, and I want the mask. I want the ninja mask from the Three Ninjas. Like I want all three. I would definitely hang them up behind me, like 100%. But I got a feeling if you do Surf Ninjas, Rob Schneider would be so fucking butthurt because he's butthurt about everything nowadays. He'd be so butthurt if he's not invited back, and he probably wouldn't.
Exactly, you gotta do it without him because he's too old.
Yeah. Too old.
He was too old when he played in that movie. He was like 30 playing.
He was. Why are you
going
to high school? Why are you not the one driving?
Yeah.
Wait, was he a student, or was he just a?
He was.
Friend?
He was a student. He was a high school student. Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, he gave off. He gave off. How do you do, fellow kids vibes before Steve Buscemi made it a thing.
Yeah. It's not campy and silly. If you do Three Ninjas, it has to be campy and silly. Yeah, that's what it is. It's three kids who are like kicking ass and like,
with ninjas.
Exactly what it is.
It's
Home Alone with ninjas.
Home Alone, yeah, it's Home Alone with ninjas. Yeah.
I see what you're doing, Brandon. You're trying to keep us distracted. But Zone of Interest, we are going to do that pretty soon because it is an Oscar movie. We are going to do that. And then Streets of Rage. I think we talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk about this. What he's doing. I know he's doing. He's distracting. Well, he watched it, so I'm kind of curious to know what he thinks about the finale. So let's do it real quick. Yeah, we'll keep it at 2 hours and 30 minutes right now. So we can keep it like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer. I'm with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to talk about the finale, the end of season 1 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians on Disney Plus. We got the last episode. Everything went down. All the craziness. We know who stole the lightning bolt. Mind blown.
The rest of us already knew who stole.
You guys read it. For us newbies to this whole franchise who have no idea what's going on. Xavier, man, why did you not like it? Besides it being too kiddie, because this episode felt not kiddie. It felt very like teenager-ish and not kiddie.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like something that would be on like a CW kind of show, with the dad connecting with the son and, the kid making the good decisions and making the right decisions and, the big betrayal at the end.
But I mean, I felt like it was the setup. It was very, I knew what was happening. Even if I didn't know the story, I knew who it was. I knew from the beginning when they said, you're going to be, because they kept on foreshadowing Luke. You're going to be betrayed by a friend. He only had 2 real friends, before Annabeth. It was only could have been two choices. It wasn't going to be Grover, so it had to be Luke.
That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be Grover and then maybe Annabeth because she became a friend, But I had my suspicions when the last episode with the Hermes wing shoes flew into the hole. I was like, okay.
But they kept on foreshadowing, going back to Luke, all the conversations they've had, and all the time they kept doing that.
Yeah.
Training montages and all stuff like that. It's Luke. You know it.
Yeah. Yeah. What you think about how it ended, Brandon?
I love the way that it ended. I liked how I think they did kind of change the betrayal with the character of Luke from the book.
He's a little different.
But I thought it. Yeah, I thought
he
it
didn't want to betray him necessarily, right? The book he did, but he meant to do that.
Yeah, thought it worked to the show's advantage. Could make for Luke being a lot more sympathetic, especially down the line, and made me a little more sympathetic towards him here a little bit. I liked how this show overall kind of handled a lot more of the subtle elements of the books. Like I said in the past, we're talking about like kids who have to bear the burden and the trip ups of their demigod predecessors. So I think that the show handled that very, very well. It handled that in a way that the movies didn't. I thought that it never felt overindulgent with when dealing with like some of the darker, more serious content. It felt just right. And see Lance Reddick again.
That was what I was going to go with. That Lance Reddick thing was it was good to see him, but it was hard to see him. Realizing that this is the last time.
This is the last time, yeah.
You know, and how epic he was, and you know, even his voice and his presence was, you know, very pronounced. You understood he was there. That he was Zeus. There was no question that who else is Zeus. He's Zeus. That's it. You know, and he's like, I don't care what you said. I win, right? And everyone looked up to him like, yeah, you would, I guess. Yeah. So seeing him was very cool. Even hearing his voice, I think a couple of times I just listened to him speak with my eyes closed because you could feel it. Really good.
Yeah. I think the kind of subtle elements of the book were just as important, if not more important, than some of like the bigger or more epic scale elements of the book. And I think that in this regard, the show handled those a lot better than the two movies that came out did. I think the movies kind of, you know, it was a weird time where everything was kind of coasting off the Harry Potter success. You know, all these not fantasy novels were getting adapted, and unfortunately, the movies didn't really have too much ambition beyond just kind of cranking it out. This, you know, this feels like they were always more focused on exactly what this first season did, which is respect the content. I think that, you know, I'm waiting to see if we get a season 2 announcement. My fingers are crossed that they do, and just adapt the novels. Do this in show form. It's working so much better than the movie.
Yeah. No, so we got Matt Film Show. What's up, Matt? How's it going? Matt? And then Brandon, I'm gonna get to your comments as soon as like we're done doing it, and then we'll talk about that. Because yeah, you're not wrong with some things. What were you, Brian? Anything you haven't touched on, or anything Brandon might have missed?
I mean, the father-son connection was huge. I thought we were gonna get more of it.
I did too.
I also thought that we were going to get a little bit more. I thought he was going to answer the question about his mom. I liked what they did with the continuation of the story. I liked what they did, you know, with Kronos, and that he's the key. I think that was very important to have going forward if they want to have a season 2. I didn't like the ending with Grover and Annabeth as much.
Oh, really?
I didn't like Grover going after the pan, and I didn't like Annabeth going home to her father, who she said already didn't really want her there. So, you know,
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
those are very weird things to me, but overall, I enjoyed the show. I thought it was a very good show. Preteens are where they're supposed to be. This book was a preteen book. So, I mean, that's the idea. That's what you really want. So you can't compare about what's supposed to be because it hit exactly where it's supposed to hit. So,
yeah, it's definitely a YA, young adult like book. You know, same thing with Harry Potter. Harry Potter was a YA, you know, young adult book.
It's not.
I mean, there's nothing wrong. Hunger Games, same thing. You know, that's a YA.
Harry Potter has passed YA a long time ago. and here's how you can tell the difference. What type of movie or book you are. When you think about the Sorcerer's Stone, you feel one way. When you think about the Half-Blood Prince, you feel another way. When you feel, you know, like depending on what level of book you're doing, it's much darker. These are very kiddie. And they don't get as dark as those. They don't even approach it. So
yeah.
But yeah, still it's like it's fine. It was fine.
Yeah, but yeah, me coming in not knowing the source material, you know, watching the movies a long time ago, barely watching it, because they were kind of boring, honestly. And coming in and watching this, I was sucked in right away. I enjoyed it all the way through the ending. I'm kind of curious to see where it goes next. You know, because the whole time I'm like, who's talking to Percy? Who's talking to Percy? And it's freaking Kronos. It's his grandfather, which is kind of like crazy to think about,
He woke up and it was grandpa.
Yeah. And she's like, don't say that. Shh, slap him. Like this, but yeah, I was really, really impressed with Lance Reddick. Like he just played a dude that was just powerful, and it was just so great to see him, and so sad that we're not going to see him, in a season 2 or anything like that, which would really suck. But yeah, I enjoyed how the look of it all looked too. The Mount Olympus looked amazing. When he goes and the doors open of the elevator and he walks through, I was like, oh, this is what in my mind I picture like Mount Olympus being. Like it was very well done. And even the ending where you get the actual realization of the betrayal from Luke and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought that was like pretty cool, and I want to know more about the sword and the portal where he went, like what all is going on, so but yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I know I watched it with my girlfriend Erica, and she obviously enjoyed it because it was like one of those things where you couldn't I couldn't watch it without her, kind of thing. So so she's like, you watched it, don't watch it without me. So it was one of those shows.
I'll never watch without you.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think I watched one episode without her and she got mad. So I'm like, okay. All right. Let's see what you guys in the chat are saying. So I know Brandon said, I will say it looks like they set up season 2 properly, and season 2 may be better. Okay.
Season 2 turns a little bit, still not dark, but a little bit less kiddie and very much more teenage.
Okay.
Because you're dealing with other issues, or family issues and father issues and stuff like that.
Yeah. Once you're able to get past that initial hump, I think usually with some of these stories, that's when you're able to really deep dive. Now he knows who he is, he knows the family, he knows the problem and stuff like that. So now he's able to really get into it, and Brandon said, plus the story wasn't that great. The dad wants revenge. This is what makes you damn near 6-7 hour movie show about. I mean, it's about Greek gods. Somebody wants revenge. Yeah, somebody wants revenge somewhere.
They fight between, you've made an enemy for life. He was like, yeah, that's usually how it works.
Yeah. I was born into this family. Like that's what happened. But yeah, but the whole, like, for me, like the Greek stuff is really cool. I love that stuff, and the whole Kronos thing, it's fucking bonkers. Like, I'm gonna eat my kids because one of them might kill me one day. So,
he was right.
I mean, yeah. Mary said, "How is it self-serving?" That is Annabeth said, "I'm going to Disney World." I did kind of like roll my eyes a little bit when she did say that. I'm like, of course you are.
Is it any good?
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. You could have just played a freaking Disney commercial at that moment. Yeah.
You should have done a Disney Channel with a wand.
The wand.
the Mickey ears.
Yeah. Oh man. But it does make sense for that character, but it was kind of like eye rolly. We're like, ugh, okay. Yeah. He said, yeah, Lance had no idea it was in it, but I'm glad Disney put his face up on the marquee because that was what was really piqued my interest. Yeah, and it really sucks. I hope we get more of Zeus because that was kind of a really cool. But you need to find somebody like that good because he played it so well. Just the look, like he looked down on Percy. You know what I mean? Like he just did it so well. Like, hey, you're the Greek god #1 dude. Like no one messes with you. So
like, how dare you speak to me?
Yeah, he's like, you may leave. He's like, well, what about this? He goes, I said leave. I was like cool.
Yeah. So your what's it? Your reward is to leave with your life.
Yeah, yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, I really have to disagree with you, Brandon. The movie was way better. Oh my god, no way, man.
Sure, if you like crap.
Yeah. The movie put me to sleep, and
I don't think it was sleepy. Like it wasn't that. I thought
I didn't go to the theater though.
Saw Brandon T. Jackson, whatever. he was like 30. He was 30 in the movie. Like
all the kids were like older.
So I was telling the Brandon about this. When they began filming, a lot of them were of age, like we're like 15. Like the guy who played Percy,
Just opening my window.
He was 15 when they started doing the filming. It just took 2 years to film. So even when it came out, he was just turned 18. He just turned 18. There's something that happened, but yeah, when he did it, he just turned 18. So he was in 2010. He was 18 years old. So it's not like this far-fetched idea. The other two were a little bit older.
Yeah. We got Jason Entertainment. What's up, Jason? He said, "Hey, how's it going? So catching up with Percy Jackson, but I'm enjoying it so far." Yeah, definitely. We could finish checking out because it's done now, so you can do a nice little binge at the end.
Yep.
Which might be a better way to watch it because I enjoyed the single week kind of stuff. It let me enjoy the show as it came out, because if it binged it, I might have got spoiled, and maybe if I didn't watch it right away, I would have been like, okay, whatever, But yeah, but cool. And then Brand said it looks silver low budget, or
no, I don't think it did. I think it did a really good job.
There's some parts where you're like, okay, when in his dreams, where I was like, okay, that didn't look the greatest, but it wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty good,
and I think it had a great cast of people that were throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had no issues at all with that.
Mm-hmm. Mount Olympus looked like a long walk. That's what I said when he looked up there, and the next scene he's walking up the set. How are you not like just huffing and puffing? It's like, bro, the war's over. Like, your dad's dead. Like, what are you talking about? I thought that was funny though.
That's hilarious. That brings back Surf Ninja. Hey, the world's over. Your side lost.
Yeah,
I'll just push myself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Remember that. Oh man. And then Rand said, my Olympus was dope. Mount Olympus was dope. I give them credit on that. That must have been where the show's budget went.
Stop hating so hard.
And how about, as I said, the actors? There's a lot of really good actors that have been in this entire thing.
Yeah. Kenny said, this is a very good show. I enjoyed the cast challenges, and the VFX was good for a show. Yeah. I wasn't expecting anything like crazy, like Avatar, freaking Way of Water type of graphics. But when he was underwater, I got it. He was in the water. So it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't horrible. Like, it looked good. I never read the book, so I don't know. I don't have anything to compare to. I actually prefer it that way most of the time. So I'm right there with you. I don't know. I know there are books. I didn't read them. So, and I really enjoyed the show.
No, I much rather know where it's coming from. Just like me saying, I don't want a Wolverine movie because I didn't read the comic books, but let me watch the movie first and then read the comic books. I would rather read the comic books and then watch the movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I can do with Invincible. Like, I watched the first season and I'm like, I need to know everything about this fucking story. And I read it all, and I'm in love with it. Speaking of, they're releasing a Funko Pop of Omni-Man standing over Mark, where he's all bloody. He's bloody. He's like that. I was like, I want that so bad.
Oh man.
Just wait.
I want that so bad. I know Brian already got it pre-ordered.
It was like the day. I wish I could pull it up right now.
I saw that today. I'm like, oh, that is an epic one. Because I have the Thor stabbing the Thanos Funko Pop, in the chest. So I like those like scenes, kind of ones. And I'm like, I kind of am gonna buy that one because that was pretty epic.
I see Chill over here.
Yeah. We could say, what would you like to see improved in season 2 if there's anything to improve, and why did Percy Jackson work compared to other non-Star Wars or MCU shows like Willow, Monsters at Work? Yeah, because Willow didn't do well; it got canceled. Monsters at Work, I believe, it got a second season. I think or it's gonna get a second season, but it didn't do well. Like a lot of people were like, it's not good. But Percy Jackson just hit, or just
I think it understood what it understood what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the key for it.
Yeah. So, I mean, or Mighty Ducks. Run through this now. Brandon getting a little sleepy. Annabeth. Yeah, we'll run through this real quick. Annabeth doesn't seem like the type of person to enjoy Disney World. No, she
doesn't. No,
that's a good point.
She's gonna hate it. It's a small world. She's gonna just
now we get on this thing and we ride around them in a circle.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Let's go.
Yeah. A lot of joy of Disney World is the nostalgia you have from the things you grew up with. Yeah. Because I didn't go to Disney until I was how old was I? Like 29, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't go until like fairly recently, and that's what it was. It was the nostalgia of it all, and yeah.
I went every year for like a decade.
Yeah, I think the first time I went, I was like 12.
Yeah.
From 6 to 16, I went every year.
Oh, damn.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I didn't go until that first time, and then besides COVID, I've gone at least once a year. Like, yeah. Let's see. Can you say what's up? Brand. Sorry, man. You guys are talking.
Whatever happened to Brandon T. Jackson? He wore a dress and never was the same. He was mentioned in Cat Williams' whole soliloquy, that whole thing that he had.
Was he? Yeah,
it was in there. Yeah, because that's what he was talking about, the dress. And he said, "Cat told me don't put the dress on. He warned me don't put the dress on." That's what he was talking about.
And then Matt said, "Why is Percy Jackson under the Disney banner, not 20th century?" It just made more sense, I think, for them. It's definitely a kiddier, younger story. But I think they're gonna slowly start getting rid of the 20th century.
It's not gonna be more 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, they might keep it around because they kept like Miramax when they owned Miramax for a while.
But Miramax didn't ruin multiple things that are in fantasy.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if certain things, but it made sense that Percy Jackson it fits the Disney banner perfectly. So it made sense. Yeah, talk about that. And then Chill said book people are snobby. Yeah.
It's me.
Goes, better in the book.
What's better in the book? I don't care. I stayed up all night. I deserve to be able to say that because I got it at midnight. I read the book with a flashlight underneath the covers. I get to say it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Oh my God. I couldn't watch a fucking Game of Thrones episode without somebody saying, well, in the book. I'm like, shut up. I don't fucking care. Like, stop it. Stop it. Yes, the books are better. But yeah. He goes, but not Brian.
Yeah, not me though. It's
no, here you go. Here's a little breaking news. Kenny says, I have a whole video about this. I'm talking about thinking about putting out. You should. And it'll be an interesting video.
I don't think you have to go blow for blow in every book for a movie. You don't need to do that. But what you need to do is respect what the book is about. You need to read it and respect what it's about and understand where the character's coming from. As long as you do those things, hey, you take liberties.
Yeah,
but
like you might have to cut things out and work around things and do things that make sense, which is why I'm kind of upset. I know it's a little off topic. I'm kind of upset with the Avatar Last Airbender thing. Like they're doing the whole Sokka with not being like sexist with the Kyoshi warriors because they're like, I don't see it fitting, but I'm like, that's part of his development. That's him becoming a better person
at the beginning with his sister.
Yeah,
that. But I never thought him that as even being sexist more than I thought that he was being a big brother. A big brother is going to tease his little sister and make her do stuff. And then, hey, go do,
yeah.
But without that,
but
you'll
the
never
Kyoshi
would have
warrior
found
thing, that's sexist. It is. But the thing is, like, he also learns, and he's like, oh, this is not how the world works, and this is like, and that it makes Sokka a better character. Them taking that away, I'm really upset at that. I was like, I feel like that's a good learning point and something that you could put in the show and show people like, hey, I thought this way, but maybe that's not the correct way. Maybe there is a different, better way. I don't know.
All right, let's wrap this up for Barry.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I said Space Mountain was my favorite ride I read Disney World as a kid. As an adult, I love the Harry Potter ride, even though I haven't seen the movies.
Wow.
I like Harry Potter. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the rides at Universal because they're just screens and tracks.
I don't even care about the rides. I just like being there.
Yeah, just walking around.
Yeah,
that's exactly
it. Like,
yeah. Although, oh my god, the new Universal Park, whatever, I forgot what it's called, Epic Universe Park. Oh my god, that's gonna be epic. That's gonna be so epic. I can't wait to go. Like, it's so good.
That's why I'm gonna be on Wednesday. So Culver's is renting out Universal Studios, so I will be in Diagon Alley.
Oh, you gotta take some shorts, man. You gotta do some stuff.
Dude, they're gonna come back to me. It's gonna be like, "Hey, Brian, you're here," and then you're gonna turn back around, and you're gonna see me in a full Harry Potter wardrobe. Like, where'd you get all that stuff? And my wife is in the purse, and she says, "I grabbed out the purse," and it's with the whole thing out. Like,
you imagine like seeing like a 6'5" man at a window with the wand, like making the little thing in the windows move.
No, but with the glasses,
little kid.
With the glasses and the little lightning bolt right here, pushing people out the way. I'm first.
My turn. Oh man. It said that's because Percy Jackson worked as a show and it feels more like one and monsters at work than the others don't feel like shows. Yeah.
Okay,
it's got to have a good pace, and finish these up. Every piece of news I've gotten about Avatar this week has given me more and more calls for pause. Yep, the trailer was great, but now I'm more concerned. Man, bro, exactly.
I'm worried that what's going on is that the show, that's part of the reason why the show writers walked away.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why they walked away?
You're changing the character, like Sokka needs to learn these things. If you're taking this away, what else are you going to do?
Exactly. Yeah, why are you just playing it safe just to placate a certain like kind of sensitive demographic?
Or will Aang and Katara will they not actually having that type of relationship? Will they never look into that?
Yeah,
that attraction kind of thing. Do they not ever go into that because it's something else that's kind of whatever? It's too adult for it. So if you're gonna do that, then I don't need to watch that.
Yeah. But yeah, you are right. It's definitely more concerning. It's having these little things come out. I'm like, oh, really? So it's just like where Netflix is like, oh, I don't think it fits. I was like, what are you talking about? It fits perfectly.
Yeah.
No. Like I said, there was a roller coaster with the giant spiders.
Isn't that on screen? I thought that was a screen. Like you're
there. I think you're talking about the dueling dragons, and that's gone. No, or is that the new one with the dude, the big dude, Hagrid's?
Yeah,
it might be Hagrid's, but that's a newer ride. But that's an actual coaster, which people said it's a great, amazing coaster, which I haven't rode yet. What are you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Hagrid's, I want to ride. I haven't rode that one yet, but yeah. All I can say is glad it's over. So what's the next show? Rick and Morty, Curb, History of the World. Rick and Morty. I saw season 7, but I saw season 7 as it was coming out weekly. And it took me a while. I'm like, when did Mr. Poopy Butthole and Predator meet? And that was like episode 1 of season 7. And he steals Mr. Poopy Butthole's wife. It was fucking stupid.
I think you guys like Ted, so I think we might as well do Ted.
We could do a Ted. Yeah. You two did. But where's Jason? I know Jason brought something else up. There's Avatar Last Airbender's coming out. We're definitely gonna be talking about that. Star Wars The Bad Batch is coming out. We're definitely gonna talk about that. Yeah. So
March, we get Invincible coming back, and we got all the movies. We get movies in February. Remember March 2nd, we got Dune.
And
how epic that everyone's talking about how epic this is going to be. Like there's going to be a lot of things coming up coming up soon that we're going to be like mind blown.
Yeah. But we'll definitely do a Ted one, I think. Let's watch that. I say Netflix want Aang to only bend cold air.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, the Dune Dragon soundbite, right? But that's gone. They got rid of that. Oh no, wait, you're right. But I think you might be talking about Hagrid's, because I think Hagrid's has a big spider. Because I believe. Chill said, "Don't ask me where
Forbidden Journey has
spiders. To point to." Oh man, I don't know what Avatar movie you watching, man.
Like,
yeah. Why does it go around your face, down your neck? I'll look for a new excuse for Paul said. Yeah, I know you really like that one. Kane said, "This is the same issue I had with people who were mad some Avengers were making fun of Fat Thor. People are now perfectly packaged and sensitive individuals." Yeah, exactly. I liked Fat Thor. I know we talked about the other day. Like, it makes sense. It made sense for the story. Although when he decided to be badass Thor again, he should not have been Fat Thor anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's when he changes. He went from being depressed and giving up all hope to having hope, and he's a god. So I feel like he should instantly change. Well, I mean, he got his hair braided instantly.
He shouldn't have to immediately had his hair braided,
hair and beard. So yeah. Rocket not making fun of Thor would be weird out of character thing. Yeah, exactly. Back up, Brandon. You said MI got pushed back to 2025. Damn, man, that was like 2 hours ago, dude.
Yeah, where you been, buddy?
I think it did. Because Paramount's got issues right now.
They have money issues right now.
Yeah, they don't have money issues
to even fix to do these movies right now.
Yeah.
So it's
they might go to Warner Brothers and get help. And also, Tom Cruise just signed a contract with Warner Brothers. Like, he has his little studio is in Warner Brothers now. You know what I mean? So I think Warner Brothers is doing their next step of the plan according to Zaslav, and that's buying a bunch of shit. Then that's why I think Warner Brothers might buy Paramount,
or at least a part of it.
I think they can. I don't know if they. Well, I'm pretty sure they can afford it, because Paramount is losing so much money. They lost so much money, and a lot of it because of the streaming app, which is kind of stupid. But yeah.
It's Paramount Plus is one of my favorite things to watch.
It really is. Like, it really is. Like, there's a lot of good stuff on it. I really enjoy Paramount Plus. But yeah. And then Chill said, in the Netflix finale, he wins with only 3 elements: air, emotions, and pizza.
Oh, that's good. Oh man. I like that.
That's how he wins. He gets mad at the Fire Lord burn his pizza, and then his emotion gets angry, and then cold air turns to hot air, turns to steam. He's all steamy. Oh man, God, yeah. If they ruin,
they better not mess this man.
Any other books y'all want to go get the TV series treatment?
Artemis Fowl.
Yeah, you've been saying that. Been saying that for a while.
They need to fix that.
I like my first series that I ever read was the C.S. Lewis, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or the Don Treader. Like I wouldn't mind seeing those in episodic type of things, or even seasonal type of things. Not even necessarily a movie. So I wouldn't mind those things.
Yeah. I don't think I read enough books to be like,
Besides Goosebumps would be perfect. They should merge. They should merge all of them. Like I had, like there was like a lot more Goosebumps. They're doing like these 7 episodes. No, there's like 40, 50.
Oh yeah,
I would love to see that. Like an episode every week. You know,
that'd be cool.
But merge it with Are You Afraid of the Dark?
the epic freaking crossover that everyone wants.
Everyone's always wanted to know they needed their life.
Yeah. I would have to think about it because I'm like I said, I really don't read a lot of stuff. If I ever go back, honestly, like the first thing I thought about was Hatchet. I think Hatchet would be kind of cool. Okay. And it's like I see Disney doing it too. You know, I think they could do it. It's like another young adult book. So, and it's so old at this point where like I think you can do it, and a lot of people our age when they first got like big, we'll be like, oh yes, and then get the kids. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I want to say that they have Disney has made like TV movie adaptations, or at least one of them, way back, like in the early '90s. I don't think it was called Hatchet.
Yeah, you have to give it a different.
I think it was called like A Cry in the Wild or something like that. They changed the title of it for sure. I think the kid who played Ron Thompson in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Billy, Tom Hanks' buddy in Big, played the main character, if I'm not mistaken.
A Cry in the Wild,
I think was the name of it. I want to say it was either like a Call in the Wild or A Cry in the Wild. It's one of the two.
I just looked it up right now. 1990. God damn. So.
I want live action. Are you? How do you train your dragon? How to Train Your Dragon? Sorry, How to Train.
We are getting it, aren't we?
Yeah,
as they say. So
with some very interesting casting too.
The castings.
They casted. They casted Russell Firefist from Deadpool 2 to play Fish Legs in it. I was hoping they'd get I was hoping they'd just get McLovin and put him in a fat suit.
That would have been pretty good.
Yeah,
that would have been really good, actually.
I was just hoping they'd put him like in this exaggerated fat suit.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Project Hail Mary.
You talk about that.
I'm pretty sure they did The Martian, and The Martian was an awesome movie. I could definitely see Project Hail Mary becoming a movie, not really a TV series. Although they could do a TV series. I think they could do a cool TV series. But
I think it has.
But it would be like a mini series, like one season, and then
yeah. It'd be more like a made for TV series, like a regular TV series, not like a streaming series. It'd be like a made for TV type of series, like
yeah.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That'd be cool.
Hey, thank you, Patrick, for the sub. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, we're almost at 1,300. So please share, tell your friends. All right, let's get the last one because it is late. Try Animorphs again. Hatchet 2 was Hatchet was two horror movies.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. The actor Todd Candyman. Oh, I said it. Was in in the theater there. Okay.
We don't do that here. You want to see me leave so fast? Woo. If you ever want to get rid of me, guys, that's how you get rid of me.
That's it. What's the horror movie Ted Disney did? What's the horror movie Ted said Disney did? Oh, that was way back then. It was an old like 80s one. I forgot what it was called. But yeah, I completely forgot about that. The live action Netflix series will be How to Drag Trains. How to Drag Trains. Okay, I'm being corny. All right. Oh man, let's get out of here. We appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone in the chat. All our members. Appreciate all the members. Definitely Brandon Davis, Kenny Sparks. I know Danny Anzo are members as well. Cleves, yes, Cleves always in chat. And who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting one. Zach Tax. Yeah. So appreciate all of that. Appreciate new subscribers. Thank you so much. Like I said, go share. We appreciate it. We're almost at 1,300. So let's get over that hump, so we can strive to get to maybe like 1,500 by the end of the year. I think that'll be pretty doable. But cool. Let's get out of here. We appreciate everyone. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys on Monday talking about Argyle. Oh shit, yeah. Again, that's twice I forgot it was the same show. Oh my god. All right, let's get out of here. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a good year. Have a good night. Thank you guys. Later. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.